Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 6, our first ever Super Show.
Call it a Super Show, Box. Call it what it is.
It is
Super Show.
a Super Show. Our first hour will be featuring Big Keezy B, the return of Big Keezy.
How's it going?
And our second hour will feature All-Star Wrestling Heavyweight Champion Wes Williams, who's in the background.
He's actually in the room chilling.
He's not here yet. He's driving his luxury car that he got from that All-Star heavyweight title payoff.
He's on that All-Star Wrestling Heavyweight Champion money.
He is. How's your week been, guys?
It's been fucking cracking, mate.
Yeah?
I'm glad to be here. It's Saturday. I've been looking forward to this all day. Looking forward to training. Looking forward again with the boysies. Having a few brewskis. And then heading up the Birdman show tonight.
We are. We're going to APW tonight.
Excursion.
Are you excited, Mitch?
I am. I haven't seen the bird in a long time, so I'm keen.
This is my first APW show, so I'm excited.
It's my second. I went with Mitchell and Aries.
Mitchell.
Was it the first one or the second one?
First one, we were at the debut.
Was it the debut show?
Yeah.
Oh, bro, it was fucking bananas. They used Macca's trays, and we sung the national anthem at one point. We were just straight up fans of the show. It was just a great time.
It's good to sit in the crowd for a show every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go to some more. We'll go support all the locals because that's what we do.
I don't think we'd be welcomed at many, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe not.
I don't do anything wrong.
Hey, after episode 1, you got to be controversial there.
I don't think you got that controversial. People think we're this controversial program, but we're just giving real opinions.
Yeah. It's
If
just our opinions. That's all it is, bro.
That's right. And if you don't value our opinion, then it shouldn't bother you.
That's right.
So I want to get straight into your opinion on a certain person made an announcement a little while ago that they were closing down their company.
Use names, Box. We
Okay,
we hate the whole.
Can we get you in the shot there, Mitchell?
I'm sorry. I'm trying.
So
Scoot over.
So 5-Star Flash announced that he was closing down FWA, and that November, I think it's the 18th, will be his last show. And he's
Still
just
too close.
he's just come out and announced that that November 18th will be his last Sydney show, and then he's moving to Melbourne and will be running FWA in Melbourne. So what do you think of that?
Mate.
I don't know how this got to be the leading story of
Yeah,
this
well, it's
podcast.
breaking news.
It's breaking news.
It's not breaking news because it was writing was on the wall. You could see it was going to happen. Look, 5-Star. I think the first episode, I went into a big spiel about how I love 5-Star. I'll always have a spot in my heart for him, and I don't want to walk that back. But I'm not going to walk that back because I will always have a special spot for the times that we had when we were younger. But he's dicked me around way too much, and this has just been. It should have happened after one show. He should have ran one show. He drew 70 people. The first show that he had, and that was a success compared to everything else he's done. Sort of. Yeah. No, it is.
I think he's only gone over 100 maybe once or twice.
Yeah, and he flew out Shoal Guerrero on the Hurricane, and what would you fly Shoal Guerrero for? Viva la Raza, pointed at her after he won on everything. 5E, Melbourne's gonna love you, man. It's really good that you're going there, and I hope you enjoy the lattes and the cold weather and the wrestling scene there. I don't think it's as good as the wrestling scene as it is here in Sydney anyway right now. I think we're on the up, and that's just personal opinion. So Melbourne, stick it up your ass if you don't like that.
There's a lot of discussion about that.
I think the only notable promotion in Melbourne's MCW.
I don't even pay attention.
They've got some good ones. Let's not shit on Melbourne.
I just don't pay attention, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm in my own little bubble here. I don't really know much about what's going on. And all I hear about is how good PWA are, other than the talk that we have about us, obviously. And I know that they're up there and everything like that. But, yeah, man, I think 5E's going to have a cracker of a time there. And I don't know whether he's going to go to Milton or Frankston or Mo or one of the country places.
Fremantle.
Yeah, Fremantle.
Yeah, Fremantle in WA.
Maybe you'll have to stop supporting the Bulldogs, bro. You'll have to get on the. They have a Bulldogs team in the AFL, don't they?
They do, but I think we should get. I think he's
5E can catch a mark. He knows all about that. Isn't that what they call it? Catching a mark?
Oh no.
Well, yeah.
That's
It's taking the mark. Yeah.
For my opinion on the 5E situation, before we get some heat.
No, we're not good. What's our opinion?
It's true. It is our opinion. There's always people that take offense. I'm very distracted by your beer being delivered as well, Kiggs.
I want the waters. What do you mean?
So with the 5E situation, I don't think it's a positive thing to move FWA to Melbourne. I think it's going to result in more wasted money, more internationals, and low crowds.
No. You forgot one thing. He's not going to have to fly in half the guys he flies in now because they all live in Melbourne anyway.
But he'll be flying in his mates from Sydney now.
Nah, surely they come in on the cheap. Surely the Sydney fellas are smarter than going. I don't know if Sydney fellas might want to go up there and enjoy a cold weekend in Melbourne and a latte. I don't know.
It's an interstate booking.
Yeah.
It is. And just
I get it.
before we move
I get that. I would if I I'm not going to say if Ivy hit me up, I'd enjoy that. But
If I moved to Melbourne, I'm sure you would make some interstate appearances for me.
There you go, mate.
Get that out of
Nah,
here. That's
just
not for me.
joking.
That's warm too. I
That's
thought you said these
warm.
were cold.
That's in the boot of my car.
That's good.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Joke.
Puppeteer providing
Stick your head
alcohol.
over. Stick
Yeah,
your head
stick-
over.
Oh, he's
Mate.
coming around.
He's coming
I
around.
wanted to offend Keegsy by giving him the most deceptive thing in the world.
Hang on a minute,
You know how
boys.
disappointing this is?
Hang on a minute.
It looks like normal beer,
All right.
but
Hey,
it's
hey.
mid-strength.
Hey Tim, here's this. How many star points are on the Australian flag?
5-star. You know, once I was in Thailand,
Oh
and there
no.
was a lady.
Okay.
Yeah, tell us about it.
Deception.
No, he's gone.
This is deception.
See you later.
I was
Get out of
disappointed.
here.
You went to Thailand.
It's not
Get out of
full
here.
strength.
Don't go.
Out of here, bro.
Get out of here.
Get you on the bintangs another time. Oh, that's Bali.
I want to hear his Thailand story.
No.
Maybe later on in the show.
Maybe later on in the show. Before we move on, I just want to say a massive thank you to our sponsors who I forgot to plug at the start.
Yes.
Bulldog Glass and Property Maintenance, Amy's Crystal Cleaning Services, and Raptastic Rackets.
Have
And
you-
also, a very special shout out to Jay Enzo, the graphic designer who did our new logo and thumbnails. You're an absolute legend, Jay.
Jay
Looks good,
Enzo
Jay.
is a good man. He's been doing the All-Star graphics for 4 years now. And very quick, great worker. So if you need any graphics, he does anything. Seek out Jay Enzo. I could not recommend anyone more.
You should clip that and send it to him. He'd pop for that.
Yeah.
That's very nice of you guys to be plugging the graphics guys. See, we're not all bad guys here at All Star.
Yeah, we're not all bad.
Depends who you are.
But hey, that was just opinion. Someone might not like Jay Nunzio's work.
None of you?
Enzo.
Oh,
I think
whatever
it's-
it is,
I think
the whole
it's-
WWE wrestling?
I think it's Enzo.
It looks like it's spelled Enzo. So we've got some questions that have been sent in by some fans.
We're going into the Q&A.
Already,
Yeah.
was that we're lacking?
Yeah, look a little bit.
What else is going on? Like we did a Wednesday episode.
Hey, come on, Mitch, lead the show.
Yeah, you
Come on.
lead the show, Chief.
Box is already going into the
He's going into the questions.
Mate, Box, that's the last
Well,
part.
we're not getting any.
I wanted to hear the puppeteer's Thai
David
story.
Bullock, good afternoon to you, my good sir.
Good afternoon,
good
David.
to see you there, brother. You're a legend.
You are a legend.
I'm happy to hear the puppet story.
Well, okay, you know what? Johnny Starr was here Wednesday night, and he touched on our recent incident with Benny the back row and being.
You're not gonna make me get the heat now.
Well, I just want to know your opinion on it.
All right, look.
There we go, Box. You're a broadcaster without a microphone.
All right, look. It's very unfortunate what happened to Benny the back row. I've met him once or twice. He's a very, very nice guy. He genuinely is a nice human being.
I'm sure he is. Yeah.
It's very unfortunate what happened. I don't know how long have you been wrestling for. I know I did a show with him in like early 2020. It might have been the only show I ever did with him. I mainly wrestled with Frank the front rower. Nah. Benny the back rower. Was a really nice guy. That was just a joke. He's a really nice guy.
I think
I
maybe
I saw the move. It was a vertebraker. I've never done a vertebraker. I've never attempted to do one. I've been wrestling for 10 years. I wouldn't try and do one just because I can get a reaction from a crowd without doing that. And that's such a cliche thing to say. I know that. But really, like, I could do something fancy that isn't going to destroy myself. And I don't know how well he knows Cobra Jones. I don't know what their chemistry is like as, you know, just bring partners like being in the ring together. Like maybe they hadn't worked together. I know that he's in Queensland, the other one's in New South Wales. I'm not making excuses for him or anything like that. I just think don't do stuff you don't know. If you haven't mastered it, don't do it. It's sad. It's a guy's life that's probably been turned upside down because of that. I don't know what else to add. Yeah, just don't do shit you don't know how to do. And
especially when you're maybe only had a year of experience as well.
Well, no, he's like I said, I wrestled a show with him like 3 years ago.
Yeah, but do you count the years
Oh,
where
the
everyone
COVID,
was
the
off because of COVID?
Yeah, yeah, no, you're right.
No, so
He
he's-
wrestles more than I do, I think. He does suplex, he does NCPW.
Don't look at me. I don't know.
All the ones.
All the ones.
Yeah.
All the ones that made
you know-
my 5 worst list.
Yeah, no, so no, like I see his name. I see his name quite out there a little bit. So I don't know, Benny. Like, I hope. Here's what I hope. Okay, and this is what I want people to know. I'm not a dickhead. I want Benny to recover from this.
Yeah, so do I.
Take like 2 years, or don't rush it, man. Take it real. This is just a message for you, Benny. Take 2 years. Take as long as you need, man. Everyone in Aussie wrestling has your back with this. You know, we do.
Yeah,
like any
100%.
injury, like that changes a guy's life. It's fucking shit. So I got your back, bro. I'm going to the Birdman show tonight, and the money that we're paying at the door, I think, is going to your event.
Yeah, so we're
Yeah,
donating to
son.
the cause as well.
Yeah, so we're donating to the cause, and I hope you get better, man. And I genuinely hope that you come back, right, and you can heal your body to a point where you can get back to wrestling, and you do it differently when you come back.
I think, I just want to say, because the episode we did on Wednesday night, I'm not sure if anyone had the opinion that, maybe we weren't as sympathetic, but
Oh, there would have been people with that opinion.
I think we just want to say that our heart definitely goes out to Benny,
Yeah.
and we want him to have a speedy recovery.
And furthermore, there's a GoFundMe, so if anyone has anything to spare, seek that out and donate it. It's not his fault that this has
I'll
happened.
chuck the link in the description.
Yeah, it's not his fault either. Like, I don't want people to think that, but I watched the live podcast the other day. I didn't think you guys were too harsh. It sounded just honest, and it's just your opinion.
That's
as
what
well.
we're trying to do here. Be honest.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. There's a few fellas here that are at the school watching this. You're part of the thing. You're not going to let a vertebrae hear from me because I don't feel comfortable doing that. So,
Well, I've mentioned before that you very rarely see a vertebrae in Aussie
I don't
wrestling
think I've
anyway.
ever seen one.
Or even in wrestling in general. Like,
yeah.
you think Homicide, Shane Helms, who else is regularly doing them? I don't know.
Mm.
I know Cody Rhodes was doing it for a little bit.
Hey, let's change the subject. I got sent something by you the other day.
By me, yeah.
And it was something about like somebody. You didn't tell me who. Maybe you can tell me who it was. Sent a big text about how their favorite wrestler was Sable. Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, there's an article from someone you trained with. I wanted
Who
to know.
was that? Who was that I trained with? Who put up the article? You never told me the name. No, you didn't. You said was this you that said that? So
It was your enemy, I guess.
that's not my name. I don't have any enemies.
Nikki Van Blair.
I don't have time to be enemies with you and Nikki Van Blair.
So I thought I wanted to know who that
I'm
was.
enemies with J Law. That's my enemy.
It's true.
But listen, here's the thing. If that's from Nikki Van Blair, I guarantee you I said that. You didn't need to anonymously name me. I'll come out right now and I'll say I said that about you, buddy. All right?
Did you actually though? Because
Of course
you told me you don't remember if it was you or not.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it was me, bro.
All right.
And I read it out to Jasmine and she confirmed it. That was me.
One of your favorite wrestlers.
No. So Mitch sent me this thing, and it was like, I guess, a clip from an article that said, hey, I remember training 2017 when I started. There was a wrestler who asked me, who's your favorite wrestler? Yeah, because I go around asking everybody that when they come to training. And he's like, oh, my favorite wrestler is Sable. And then that wrestler said to me, how can Sable be your favorite wrestler? She's not a wrestler. And that made me hide my insecurities and everything. Well, if that's Nikki Van Blair, he didn't hide any of his insecurities. He used to train him doing his leg splits. His ball sack was hanging out of his shorts and stuff. I'm serious. I saw his ball sacks, the groin stretch. I saw his balls all the time training. It's not even a bad thing to say. I saw it. He came to training the first day with a T-shirt that said Daddy's Little Princess and a tiara and knee-high socks. I didn't say a thing. I don't care. Come to train however you want to come. But you said that you changed who you were because of me making that comment. You didn't change who you were.
Mitch, you're visibly laughing at it.
Get in here. Listen. The whole point of the thing is don't change who you are. You keep being you, but Sable's not a wrestler.
Well, look,
I stick 6 years later.
Hey, tell that to Brock Lesnar.
Did you take a flight over here to Padstar RSL, buddy? I'll fuck you up. Listen,
Whoa.
did you see the
You
dark side
just
of the
challenged
ring?
Brock Lesnar.
Nah, fucking. Did you see the dark side of the ring with Luna Vachon?
I haven't seen it. No.
Well, watch that shit, man. Even she says she wasn't a wrestler. thing is, I could relate to that because she put her body and her mind and her heart through wrestling school, and she traveled and she paid her own money and she did her own thing, took the bumps. Sable come in, got a free ride to the top. Here's the women's belt. At WrestleMania 14, they had a match, Luna and Sable, and after the match, Vince McMahon was standing there with some flowers, and she thought that they were for her, Luna Vachon, and then he's like, "No, these are for Sable." Like, bro, fuck Sable, man. She wasn't a wrestler. She was a model.
But hold on.
I saw her Playboy.
She's she's.
I know you're watching Jazz. Settle down. When I was 13,
She's So the argument would be: is Sable technically a wrestler? She is someone that's wrestled.
technically she's but she's a personality more so.
I think I'd agree with that, but I mean, you could argue that yes, indeed, she is a wrestler.
Yeah. Hey, it qualifies.
But if you wanted to argue whether she's a good one or not, I'd say she's a much better personality than an in-ring worker.
Yeah. Look, my point is, man, I don't know what my point is. I just wanted to bring that up because I saw one of them. Remember last time I was on this podcast, I was telling people not to be vague. You know, I was as vague as it gets. I was at training with a wrestler in 2017, and they said this. How about this? I just named you, and I said who you are and who I was. There you go.
All right, Box, let's get into the questions before we get some more heat.
Are we getting into the questions? Okay. Someone asked what the thoughts on FWA were. We got that. How did Keegs and Jazz meet, and who got who into it?
Oh, that's a good story. Let's take the heat off for a sec.
Let's tell a love story.
Let's do it.
Zeus wrestler. Zeus had what? One or two matches, I think.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's a
tag team
DLC in
match.
the new game. So,
He had a tag team match with Randy Savage and
Zeus, the
and
WWF
Bruce the
guy.
Barber Beefcake and Hulk Hogan. And then he had a singles match with Randy Savage, or was it Hulk Hogan in a cage match? I think. I don't know. It's two. I don't know.
Is there someone in the comment section asking about Zeus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's on the topic of
I don't know. Hey, Aussie Observer, whatever. you
Yeah,
want.
no, I appreciate the knowledge. That's good. That's great.
I think two matches. Check it up on Cage Match and then come back. How did me and Jazz meet? Good story. We met. It was a sizzling cold night. Well, that doesn't make sense. It was
It was a freezing cold night.
cold night at the North Ride RSL back in July of 2015.
So don't get that wrong, too.
I don't want to get that wrong. I was wrestling Tyson Gibbs at the IWA show, and I was walking out. I was feeling myself. I remember I was part of the Pineapple Militia. I had a pineapple in my entrance. My dumb smiley face tights on and my stupid baby face. 3 matches. I don't know. Those matches would have been. I think he would have trained more for those 3 matches than Sable did. Sable just looked like she never trained. She didn't ever come across like a wrestler.
Wait, who trained? Tyson Gibbs, you saying?
Zeus.
Oh, Zeus.
Alright,
Okay.
dropping the Zeus thing. Sorry, Aussie.
I'm confused.
I don't know.
July of
It's
2015.
up to you what you want to think about who's a wrestler. As someone who's put my body through what I put my body through, done what I done mentally and physically, Zeus had 3 matches, so that's up to you and me to decide. I don't know. Anyway,
How'd you and Jazz
I was
meet?
having this match with Tyson Gibbs. We burned the house down, mate. It was incredible. Called it all on the fly. He said, "Finish, come off the top rope. I'm going to catch you with your frog splash, and I'll hit an RKO." I was like, "All right, cool." We did it. We nailed it. There's a sweet photo of me coming off the top, skinnier than Alex Box.
That's pretty hard to do.
And he nailed me. And then I must have impressed her. I must have just smashed it out of the park because I remember that after the show, I was peeking through the curtain. I knew the person she was with, like she was a fan that came to a few of our other shows. So I was like, I'm making a beeline for her. She's a hot Lebanese chick, over there. And I saw her, and she had a pink dumb girly drink in her hand, and I said, "Hey, can I have some of that?" I'm a big germaphobe, but I got to get him for a sip of that one there, So I had a sip of that girly drink, and
How was it?
I think she gave me the rest of it. She probably didn't want to share with me, but yeah, I remember I said, "I really like your eyelashes." I complimented her on eyelashes, and I was just off the top of the dome like that match, like just all on the fly. I was just trying my best, The boys are falling asleep now. This is an
Nah,
interesting
on
story.
my heart's pounding.
Matt Rowley looks like he's about to fall
When
asleep.
you said
Matt Riley's over there taking notes. He's going to put this into a motion picture. Nah, look, nothing really came that way. I think we added each other on Facebook. She came to another show like 3 weeks later with a little brother and a cousin. And that show, I was like, nah, she actually came to another show. And it was a shitty show she came to.
Which one? Name him.
It was CWA in Canley Vale. And so I was like, oh, fuck, if she came to this show, she's really got to have some kind of interest in me because I was the only person she knew on that show. She didn't come with her friend either. So I was like, oh, damn, all right. So I went up to her. I was like, how you going there, love? Like, good to see you again.
Did you really say how you going, love?
Yeah. And I actually, because it was a bit loose, those shows, so I just went and sat in the crowd, you know. I wouldn't do that now, you know, it's a bit dumb, but it was worth it. I sat in the crowd with her, watched like 2 matches. Nigel, the Slug Pearson,
Big shout out
he
to
had
Nige.
his first ever and only ever match on that show. So
Wow.
I made sure to get in the crowd for that match. Yeah. I wanted to watch that, but I was too busy chatting off this bird who became to be my wife. And yeah, I remember I said to her, hey, I think you're pretty cute. And as I said it, my heart was beating out of my chest. And she was like, oh, I think you're pretty cute too. I was like, bro, this chick's lying. It turns out she wasn't. I said, we should hang out. The next day, we went to the, I'm not proud to say it now, but I was broke at the time. We went to the McDonald's car park. And I said, hey, babe. No, I didn't say, hey, babe. But I was like, hey, you want to go through the drive-thru? I'll get you whatever you want. And she was like, oh, yeah, let's go. And we got there, pulled up. I was like, hey, can I get a cup of water? And she's like, no, I'm not hungry. Don't worry. I was so glad because I had no money. I couldn't afford anything anyway. The next day, I got paid. We went to Red Rooster drive-thru. I ate my food. This is a true story, I swear. I ate my food. She didn't eat. You know, maybe she was being a girl, whatever. And then I asked her out. Like I said, we just clicked. Like from that day in the McDonald's car park, we sat there for 2 hours and just spoke about life stories. And you know, the next day at Red Rooster, we just got to know each other. You know, spoke about all our biggest fears and everything, and our anxieties, and like just we got into each other's minds, and like we just, you know, I really love her, and she's a great girl. And what was that the question? I don't know. Yeah,
That
look,
was the question.
I love her, and she's a great girl. And I don't know if you're watching this at the moment, baby, but I love you. I'm coming home. I'll give you a big kiss.
The question also said who got who into wrestling, but you were both into wrestling, right?
Oh yeah, so she's always been a lifelong wrestling fan, as I have, and then she was actually training with AWE at the time, and I saved her.
Well, our heat with AWE is now.
No, we don't have
active.
any hate with them. This is like they've gotten so much better. They've got corruption. Nah.
Good stuff.
They got the puppeteer.
They do.
We're trying to save him. Nah, I'm just joking. Nah.
Sammy's always
Sammy's good
very
fella.
nice to me. So, you know.
Sammy, if you're watching this, mate, I'll come work for you, buddy.
Wow.
I'm just joking.
All right.
Next question's for you, Mitch. Seeing
Yeah.
we're going to the APW show tonight. What are your thoughts on the Birdman?
Love him.
Love him?
Love him.
That's it. Full stop.
The character.
Met him when I was 16. Just,
Tell us your best Birdman story.
I've got no PG ones.
That's all right. You wanted Tim to tell his ladyboy story.
There's a story where he ribbed me in Dubbo, and I hope it was a rib because I don't know him to be that way. But we were sharing a room, me and him, and he says to me when we get in the room, he goes, "Mitch, can you take a big shit before the show tonight?" I go, "Why?" He goes, "Oh, when we get back, I want to fuck you in the ass." And I'm like, and I was, I think, 17 at the time. And I ran to a neighboring room of Buckwild and Dementor, who I told the story to, and they just shook their heads and let me hang out in their room.
Who's Buckwild? I haven't heard that name.
He's a
before.
big, jacked up dude. He was really nice.
He's a Buckwild with a Y?
Buckwild.
Hey. Aussie Larissa Guttery performed a record 262 bikini waxes in 4 hours.
Wow. All right, yeah, that's my opinion on the Birdman. That's my best story. I love him. We have our beef every now and then, but I don't know. I love him. I see him every time. He's like, "Hey, Mitch, how are you? Good to see you, mate. I love you." So I don't know.
Aussie Observer, I'm not sure if you're referring to me saving Jasmine or saving the puppeteer from AWE. I'm just taking the piss, man. It's all good. No need to go and get me any hate. It's all good.
Next question is: has Keegan got his sights set on more championships, or is the law problem his focus at the moment?
The law problem's my focus at the moment. But yeah, of course. I want to be the big dog. I want to do something no one's ever done. To be honest, I want to do the fucking Ultimo Dragon thing with all the belts. I want to win the tag titles by myself.
Really?
Yeah.
What about your tag partner? Hell yeah.
I want to win it with fucking the puppet.
You get green mullet.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh.
Green mullet.
Green mullet.
And I'm smashing cans on my head, and the puppet's getting drunk.
Hell yeah, I was too afraid to drink. He was.
No, I saw him drinking some.
Oh yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, he did.
He did a shoey. Yeah,
It
that's right.
was only like he's like, oh, I'll have 2 minimum. Hang with me, you gotta have like 5 or 6.
We should have a skull in front of the fans, show them what we can do. I'm good at
But
skull.
you wanting to be the big dog again? Is that a shot at our second hour guest, Wesley?
Nah, look, Wesley is the big dog of the month. We were just talking about this right before we started the podcast. Wesley is the big dog, and I'm so happy for him. And yeah, look, of course, like I want to win the All-Star heavyweight belt again. And looking at you when I say this, pal, but like who wouldn't? Like Puppet, you should want this, right? The heavyweight belt one. It should be, if you're not in the All-Star crew and you don't want to be the heavyweight champion, or even if you don't have aspirations with the Eastern States or a tag champion or something, you got to have your goals. You got to have your mindset on something like that, because that's the top of the food chain, I think. And that's
Billy Mack, I'm coming for you.
I think every wrestler has a championship goal. I think every wrestler has a championship goal within All Star.
yeah. And I've done that, and I had a great moment for myself once upon a time when I beat Kingston Eclipse. And like, there's nothing better than winning that belt, like that initial moment. I know Wes had a crazy moment in a night to remember. I was right there. It was sick. I had the same thing in a different way 2 years before in 2021. A night to remember, beat Kingston, jumped off a ladder through a table, bleeding everywhere. Intense, insane match. I want to have that moment again. And I don't know if that's going to happen against Wes. I don't think so, because I have too much respect for Wes. But when the time comes, it'll come. But yeah, of course, that's on my mind. Yeah. Setho from AWE. Settle down, Aussie Observer. What are you trying to do? Get me some heat, mate. I've already told you. Look,
Box, read the comments.
when I was
please. I'm
here's the
confused.
thing. You want me to get into it, mate?
Uh-oh.
When I was wrestling, I was being trained by J Law, who I consider the best trainer in Aussie wrestling. He's 110 plus kilos, doing hurricane runners, the best train wrestling. He could sprint back and forth without stop. Like, he's just crazy fitness guy, crazy technical, high flying power move guy, right? And I can do all those things now, and I'm pretty fit too, while drinking. So it's pretty good. And the crew that we're with was like, I'm not even going to go into the names. You all know who they are. A lot of great young people who are now either still doing great stuff or, they're running feds in Melbourne or whatever. But
Not yet.
but yeah, at the time, AWE was, at a different time, and they were running Concord RSL once every 2 months or 3 months. Still having mad shows. Like Samuel was selling them out, having Chavo Guerrero come down, Shelter Benjamin, Orlando Jordan, guys like that. I was doing the seminars there. I was actually training with Sammy a little bit. To be honest, I trained with Sammy for about a month or 2 months before I decided it wasn't for me. But yeah, I just thought get her over from AWE and get her into the APWG group where she could be with some more like-minded. We had 3 girls in the class, and we had girls coming down from Newcastle and I don't know if PW or whatever, but just more girls around and more young people. At the time, the AWE training school was her, Vinny Vane, the referee Christian, Bash, and Nathan Yazbek. There was no one. There was no one there. There was 5 people. So and I was dating her. So that's what I meant by say though. Settle down, man. It's all good. Don't give me any heat, man.
He's Aussie Observer upset about.
He's observing. He's observing hard.
All right, next question.
Next question.
Or we'll be here for 3
Well, I
hours.
was going to
Keegan.
ask you.
What's the time limit? How long do I
You've got half an hour, Chief.
we're getting a lot covered in half an hour. This is better than my first one. I'm doing better. I'm not. See, hey, what I tell you,
had a feed.
that's because I had a feed. I told you I was hungry that first
What did you
episode.
eat?
I had a brisket roll too. It was good. Padsto's the place to be, bro. It's popping off in Padstow.
Appreciate it. Great town.
So at the next show, still City Madness. You've got a tag team match with Jasmine, and you're versing Billy Mack and Jesse Daniels.
I haven't spoken about that publicly
Yeah.
yet.
Haven't.
No.
Would you like it?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. He what did he do? He hit it with a Michinoku driver or something?
You did, yep.
Yeah. So not happy. Not happy, Jan. We'll sort it out in Newcastle, Steel City. You'll feel my steel.
All right.
Yeah. And then a week later at Padstow Proving Grounds, you've got a J-Law rules match. What the hell is a J-Law rules?
I don't know. I don't know what a J-Law rule. You really want to book it? What the hell's a J-Law rules, man?
I don't know. J-Law hasn't given any information.
What did he say to you?
Just said he wants a J-Law rules match.
And you just said okay.
Yeah. Well, the booking committee said yes.
Okay. All right. I'll be there in Padstow as always with bells on, mullet flowing, beer drinking, and I'm keen to mix it up with him again. We had some business. Look. The first match with J-Law, I came in serious, trying to wrestle and out wrestle him and do these things. Best wrestler I know. I don't know why I did that. Second time we got in there, that was my fun, love, and self. Technically, it's 2-1. I beat him. He beat me once, and then I beat him by DQ, and then I beat him in a mixed tag.
Well,
So,
Jasmine actually pinned Judy Law.
yeah, I guess it's look. We'll call it like 1-1. I guess it's just to even it out, you know. But yeah. So let's this official rubber match here, and I'm coming in. I'm gonna have some fun. That's my plan. I'm coming in fun. I'm gonna be drinking from the start. I'm gonna be down in them. I'm gonna be backstage drinking all day, being very unprofessional. That's my plan.
All right, next question, Box. It's a long one.
It is. How is Keegan finding working with the trainees and Johnny Starr? We think he and Johnny Starr would be teaching them some fantastic theory and practice.
Oh man, amazing. So these guys are crushing it. We just did a few. Today was a bit of a rushed, quick sort of session. We had Wesley Williams there to help assist, and we did some head focused offense. A few submissions in there. So they're learning little things by little things. They've been doing lots of things to do with work in the arm. They've done some things working the leg. This is just what we've been doing the last few weeks. So I'm doing the physical side of things. Starting these guys from the very basics. So I mean, they start off, obviously bumping, rolling, fitness, then into chain wrestling. A lot of chain wrestling. Still chain wrestling, just all the time. Just working on footwork, timing, steps. We brought in selling to it maybe like a month ago, and strikes probably a few weeks ago. Oh no, probably a month ago. Strikes a month ago. But yeah, it's all about what's it called? It's called professional wrestling. So we're trying to make sure that everyone can at least get in there and hang with anyone. And I say to the guys sometimes, this is the international sign for this. If you do this, you should be able to go anywhere in the world with a professional wrestler, and they should know exactly what you're doing. And it's also, body language and being open, and everyone's really getting it and getting the hang of it. And, from the first day, these guys come in and a bit awkward and not knowing how to move and be flow in the ring. But now they're all flowing and rocking and rolling, and I love to see it, man. They're all coming along really good. So
it's actually a big day for one of our trainees because
Yes.
we got to tell him today that he's making his debut September 2nd in Narendra. So that's exciting as well. He'll be the first all-star trainee to...
very, very proud of him. That's Dave. I don't know if you give his name away now. Or
Just
anything.
Dave.
Just Dave. And then, it'll happen for everyone else if they continue on the trajectory they're on. Box will get there, and obviously Puppet's already doing his thing. He's crushing it, and
Yeah.
Matty over there. So Jimmy, Warden, everyone's doing really good, and yeah, very, very happy.
Next question, Alex Box. What do we got?
Sorry for gas bagging on. Just shut me down if I go.
Here we
on
go.
too
This
long.
one's a funny one. Has anyone ever shit themselves in an all-star ring? And if not, I'm going to add on to this one. Have you ever seen someone shit themselves in the ring at a show?
How about next Collecticon? I shit myself.
No, there'll be nobody shitting themselves in an all-star ring. And to my knowledge, it's never happened.
If you watch my matches, there's been a lot of times where I
Get close to having an
come close
accident.
to vomiting because
Vomit.
you know.
We've never had vomit or any bodily
I
fluids.
spit a lot. No, I spit a lot.
I will tell you though.
What do you do?
Gross.
You're in there doing your thing. Not in the ring. I spit out of the ring onto the RSL floor. Never at Padstow RSL. Too much respect for you, Padstow.
Oh, the iconic.
Oh, of course, Joe, the front receptionist, is watching right now. I'm sure. But
Joe's the best.
yeah, we love you, Joe. for giving my members discount all the time. No one's shit themselves in All-Star ring. But if you want that to happen, you said it on the NGL. Tell me who you are, and I'll try and shit myself in the ring for you
Please
sometime.
No.
Look, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like pulling the canvas out to set up the ring already, it stinks like VB. Like it reeks. It's like moldy VB.
Mark Kano will be there to see me fucking turtleneck in one.
All right,
Out
next
of my
question,
green.
please.
Shout out to Mark Kano.
Next question.
Next question.
Has anyone got injured in All-Star? Is a question from Aussie.
Oh, here we go. Yeah,
We'll answer that after we answer these.
who's the most promising trainee? I mean, that'd be
Can't-
Dave, wouldn't it?
Well,
Because he's already.
You guys are all promising in
Yeah.
your own ways.
Yeah, that's an unfair question to
Wow.
ask, and everyone has their own strengths.
Fuck, big question here.
When will
will
Keegan finally cut off his mullet?
I wonder who the fuck said that. Jasmine, I bet that was you. I know you hate my haircut, baby, but it's better than ever, and that hurt to do. My brain just.
Yeah.
I reckon Keegan versus Otis, mullet versus mullet.
Bro, he's got to grow that out for another 9 months before he can get to this thing. Look at this.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Jasmine told me at one of the last shows.
I can
that
fucking fly.
She said that when there's hairs left around the house, she doesn't know if it's you or your cat chain.
Yeah, no, look, it is getting to the point where now I'm eating and like it's going in my mouth, and I don't like that.
Imagine being friends with this guy. What have we done?
Nah, look, I don't know. Like, as long as we're rocking and rolling, we're having fun. Yeah, no, it was me. Yeah, I know it was you. Yeah,
Can we read names? Please.
Jasmine said,
Jasmine
yeah,
Jasmine
lol,
Brettle,
it was me.
alright. Jasmine. Big shout out to Jasmine.
Oh, yeah, there's a question. Has anyone ever got injured? I have. I got injured. My few things. A lot of concussions. Happens all the time. Trained professional, yes. But sometimes you commit to the bump a bit too hard. I've done it to myself because I'm an idiot and I love doing what I do for these fans. My shoulder, I remember the first time it ever happened, flew off the ring onto Grant Lindstrom. I went for like a flying body press, running off the apron. He called me fine, had nothing to do with that. There's a great photo of it actually. You know what? I'll chuck the photo up on my Instagram story, and I'll tag the thing, and then you put it on the Instagram story. All right. I just put my arms back like way too far. Look, like this, and then when I landed or something, it must have been the first ever time it popped out, and then that's where it started popping out from then on, multiple times per match, and then outside of wrestling to the point where I needed to have the surgery and everything. Any other injuries in All-Star? I'm sure
That's probably one of the more major ones. The only other one that comes to mind that's major is first Padstow show, first ever Padstow match. Mikey Lord did a backflip that we didn't ask him to do. He landed it wrong and shattered his foot into like, I
40
think,
pieces.
I heard 60, but number always increases.
I don't know how a foot could do that.
Oh, look, to be honest, I'm not a doctor. I don't know if that's even possible, but that's what he told me.
No, I've heard of it happening. I just don't know how the science behind that fucking happens.
I think there's like more bones in your feet than like the rest of your body combined or something.
I just couldn't imagine it shattering.
I know, I read that somewhere.
Anyway,
But yeah, I think that one was the worst one.
Yeah.
What happened to Aries?
He just rolled his ankle badly, I think.
What a cat.
Yeah, what a cat.
Meow.
Nothing major though.
Shout out to Aries the cat for not coming to training.
Meow.
Yeah, he's come to training, working too hard for us. Any other injuries? Just that's a good question.
I don't.
I'm sure I'm missing one.
Not a major one, no.
Oh, well, there was Mikey Lord hurting his ankle at Summer Spectacular.
Yeah. I don't know. That was a bit sus, that one.
Yeah.
No, I think that's it.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Hopefully, no injuries.
Next question, Alex Box.
This one's for Keegan, but I guess it's also for Mitch. When do you reckon we'll see the students perform? Well, 2nd of September, Miranda.
Yeah, 2nd of September, Dave's got a match. But as far as me and Mitch and Johnny Starr have discussed, when
When they're ready.
they're ready.
Don't want to push anyone or, say, oh, you're going to debut in November, and then they're put in a position where they're not ready. And
we have an idea of when we'd like to have everybody ready by. We don't want to commit to anything publicly, but it's looking good. That's all I'll say.
But if they're not ready, they won't be pushed into the ring. We're not other promotions.
Yeah.
Is that one that you kind of touched on that.
Keegan, what is your curriculum for training at All Star? Yeah, I think I kind of touched on that.
We'll keep that private anyway.
Yeah. We've seen that one already. I think that's all of them. That's all of them so far.
Maybe you should have clicked them in order, champ.
Well, I did. What's your favorite finishing move in All Star?
Well, it's mine because it wins all the fucking matches.
All right, the splash or the hangover?
Both. You hit the hangover first, and then you climb up to the top and hit the fucking.
See,
splash.
I
What did to you? And not from
Dirty. Nah, another one.
I said on Wednesday I prefer the splash over the hangover.
I like the Cody. The weather.
I like the Wes cutter. Yeah, it's sick.
West cutter. Yep.
Dangerous room to. I said to you recently. There's a lot of room for error there. If you slip off that rope, the end of the match.
Is that ever
For
We'll ask you.
the finish of the match and slip whoop? What are you gonna do? Go up again? Just hang on, wait right there. No. That's a good one. Jasmine's immaculate makeover. Taking a lot of inspiration from me. Like, I'm not. She has. She's gonna get upset. I said that. They're similar moves because we're a cute couple. Like she's hooks. Yeah, hooks for like a fisherman's neck breakout spins. Mine's like off to the side a little bit.
What about Aries' Spanish fly?
I'm not taking that because you couldn't hook me with it. That's why. Because I'm too fucking good. Doesn't he do something else? Oh yeah, he used to do that dumbass twisting splash. Yeah, the Spanish fly is good.
Oh.
Spanish fly is good.
Box.
I just want to say, right? I've said it before.
He does something else, doesn't he? Another finish.
I don't know. He's done a swanton.
Used to do a swanton. Yeah, that's right.
So it was Aries' debut in All Star Wrestling, and it was. We'll touch on it when Wes comes on as well. It was Aries versus Wes Williams at Summer Spectacular 2022.
The COVID show.
And I was like, oh, these guys aren't bad. Like, it was my first ever All Star show, and Aries goes up to the top and hits his twisting splash, and it was like the worst twisting splash I've ever seen. And I keep running for it.
I do like the hell yeah. What's he call his kick again?
I don't know.
The twisting kick thing.
Yeah. He has a name for it. I love that.
Do we?
Just a quick shout out. E10 Pro Wrestler has just followed us on Instagram.
Is he?
Shout out to E10.
I love big dog, mate. We're coming to see you tonight at APW. I saw you on the card, buddy. I haven't met you yet. It's been a couple of years. We've been messaging back and forth. You're a good bloke. And tonight, I'm bringing the petrol because you're going to light that place on fucking fire.
I felt bad for E10 the other day because nobody knew who we were.
I was
who he
telling
was.
you.
I had no clue.
He's a good fella. He's a
I
good
know,
fella.
I'm sure he is,
The younger brother of
E10,
98.
Can we read some of these comments boxes? A lot of them.
Jeremy Cobb says, BKB and Jazz, king and queen of All Star.
Thanks, mate.
What about Mitch and Mia?
Mia, the merch lady. Oh, B-Boy Stinger, cracker finisher. I don't know. Stinger.
That's not his finisher. I said that.
Slash stunner.
Slash stunner. Okay.
Well, he's finished a few people off with it. He finished
Yeah.
Tony Cruz with it, so.
He did. It's let's see what we got. DMWC Film says, "Hey Box, are you guys still taking sponsorship?" Yes, we are.
We are, yeah.
If you guys want to sponsor the podcast, hit us up on our socials and we'll get back to you.
It's very affordable, I hear.
It is. By the way, shout out to Shay. That's Shay, our cameraman. DMWC
Yep.
Film. Have you got anything else on the agenda, Mitch? Because I've.
You're looking to me desperately for
Yeah,
a topic.
Jesus Christ. Just talk, mate. What's
Box.
going on? Listen, let me take this shit over here. Hey, yo. Nah, if I never did a fucking beer drinking gimmick, I swear I'll do a rap gimmick. If John Cena didn't do it, I would have fucking nailed that shit. I love rap music, you know that? I just ignore that.
There's a question here.
Chicka.
Yeah.
There's a question from a fan on
Mike
Wednesday
Scratch.
that we missed.
There was. So a fan on Wednesday night, but we were too enthralled in what Johnny Starr was saying. And the question was...
Hey, Jailer Joe. Jailer Joe. Who the fuck is Jailer Joe? Sorry. Jailer J. That's your rap name. Jailer Joe. Jailer Joe up in this, his
Well...
Hey, yo, check. 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, Big Joe.
What's going on, Big Joe?
So a fan asked what 3
Two-pack.
regions All-Star would want to run. I guess in New South Wales or I guess the country.
I mean, if you look at where we've run in our history, there's not many places we haven't run now. Like,
New South Wales.
yeah, in New South Wales. Like, you think to the south, we've done Bateman's Bay, Ulladulla, Sussex. It'd be cool to do Albury.
Yep.
I hear that there's good crowds down there, good wrestling people. Gee.
I would like All Star to do every state in Australia.
Yeah, that would ultimately be the dream.
I would like All Star one day, right, to be able to run a show on the Gold Coast, and then the boys all go out to Movie World the next day. That would be a fucking mad time. I want to ride the Scooby Doo coaster after hitting the Keegsy hangover. The
You
night
just
before.
want that for social time.
Bro, I want to fucking smash it all over. We're All Star Wrestling Australia, not All Star Wrestling Sydney, bro.
Don't say that. People get offended when you say
Yeah, I
that.
said that once and I copped some.
What'd you say?
I
What
said
do you mean?
You
we're
guys-
All Star Wrestling Australia and All Star Wrestling Padster.
And someone got upset. A rival promoter.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. Look, we are All Star Wrestling Australia, and I always tell you that we bring in the big dogs sometimes because it is the All Stars of Aussie wrestling, right? So you got our local legends like myself, Wes, Hell Yeah, Jazz, Puppet, B,
The
etc.
roster, the all-star
The
roster.
All-Star roster. Then we bring in the big dogs occasionally for a run or for a one-off show here or there. The list goes on. Sid Parker, Erica Reed,
Ryan Eagles.
Robbie
Robbie
Eagles,
Eagles,
Flex,
Orlando
Carlo Cannon, Orlando Jordan, Adam Brooks. The list goes on, right? The All-Stars.
Damien Slater.
And the list will go on, and our roster will also change over time, I'm sure too. But and this is just my opinion. He's the boss, but this is my opinion. I want to see us hit up everywhere in Australia, as in every state, because I think I don't know, just like what companies have really done that. I can't think of one company that's run.
There's a few that have done like every
AWF
state
has
on the
done-
East Coast.
AWF has done
AWF has
Supernovas.
done it, yeah.
Supernovas, I think. They've probably done proper shows.
Yeah, they've done
in the
proper
past,
shows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
IWA have done East Coast. I know
They've done some.
they haven't done an actual show where they've gone to Queensland or something and like run an IWA show there, have they? Like they've always collaborated with another crew, or I'd like to do like our own thing. Bring our brand, bring all the boys. I know it'll be costly, whatever, but if we could find a way to make it work, we'll run at the top of the Wild Wild West ride.
In terms of a more realistic option, the Central Coast would be good as well.
Oh, Central Coast. Who wants to go to Toukley when we can go to fucking Scooby Doo ride?
Wyong.
I want to go up Superman Escape, baby.
Keegs just wants a holiday with wrestling.
WSW. Oh, of course. Yeah. That's different though. They don't have they suppose they do. They have like Slex and their usual guys they use. Yeah,
They're more of
sure.
a touring company, like the WWE.
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
There's
It's not like a local.
Well, they don't run shows like regularly.
No, they run 2 really stacked tours a year.
When you're talking about like who's the best in New South Wales or ranking them, you never put WSW. They're just not. I don't think they count. They just do their
They're
own
touring-
thing. They're
touring
touring
company.
act. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like whatever that Oceania Pro Wrestling thing is. I guess they don't seem like they're gonna have. I don't fucking know. But this World Wrestling Series thing's been around for like 4 years now.
Oh, they
Five
they
years.
originally ran in like 2005, and then they.
It was
stopped
my
for a
first
bit.
ever show. Yeah. Got to see Jeff Jarrett, Rhino, Dudley Boys. It was amazing.
Brian Danielson.
Nah,
Nigel McGuinness.
that was the tour afterwards. But this one had AJ Styles, Chris Daniels, Samoa Joe, Test.
Jayla J wants to come to the Gold Coast.
Well, everyone would love to go to the
And-
Gold Coast.
And Scarlet 27 said, "How good is E10, mate?
I
Listen,
guess we'll see.
either that's fucking E10, or he's got some fans everywhere.
Well, he had
I'm
a
sure
bunch of
that's
pe-
you, E10.
He
you
had a
fucking
bunch of
liar.
people talking about him on Wednesday. The E10 talk wouldn't stop.
He's got 12 accounts. He's logging in.
Yeah.
Yeah. How good is E10? E10 for fucking president.
E10, we'll see you tonight.
Yeah,
Cool.
bro. I'm gonna cheer you on, brother.
And for anyone who's looking for some last minute Saturday night plans, I reckon you come to APW at the Bexley Manor Hall. tonight.
Look, we're plugging APW.
We are.
It's gonna be a cracker.
I'll be there. The puppet will be there.
It's a rare Mitch appearance. He doesn't.
I barely leave my
He's
house.
a hermit.
Yes.
He's a productive hermit, but he's a hermit.
Productive hermit, but I am a hermit.
And you get to see Big Keegsy B in the crowd. Normally he's in the ring kicking ass.
Just don't bother him. He doesn't
Yeah.
like to be bothered.
Bother me.
And don't sneeze near him. He's a germaphobe.
It's
Bother
true.
me and sneeze on me.
Look, we've got about 10 minutes left till we invite our second guest.
I'll
on.
just take out now. If you run out of questions, you flop.
Whoa.
It's
Wow.
Big Keegsy B, the former All-Star
You
Wrestling
acting like you got nothing to
champion.
talk about, mate.
Just insult the host like that.
I
Wow.
love you, box.
It'll make me cry.
Keegs, give us your favorite on the road story with All-Star Wrestling.
Hey, hop in for the thumbnail, quick.
Yes.
There you go.
Favorite All-Star Tour story. Give us one.
Oh, God.
That don't involve ironing boards.
Whoa, Box is shooting.
As Keegan said before, right?
There's a lot of dead air here.
No,
Keegs.
no,
Give us one.
I'm thinking about one. I got a good one. Can you see? Sorry.
There we go. Yeah.
Knock Box out of the way.
Yeah. Unless Aussie Observer means on shows, but he's All-Star exclusive.
Yeah, that's heard it here first, mate. They pay me the highest fucking rate of all time. I got the luxury car outside. I get first class everywhere, mate. First class to the Gold Coast. I'm gonna
Five-star
get front of the
hotel.
line passes to Movie World.
Business class flights to Gold Coast.
Yeah. Look, funniest. I'm just trying to think of one that hasn't been told as well. give me a show and I'll try and say something funny about it.
Tell your Evans Head story.
Evans Head. Was that where those are the bad crowd?
Yeah.
Fuck. This was a ruthless one.
We've told it, but not from your perspective.
All right, so we'll end it on that, and then I'll tag out. So, Evans Head, it's the third day of the tour. And
Second. Oh no, we did Padstow, then
Padstow, and then something
Casino.
Casino, and then Evans Head. And the night, so I wasn't wrestling because I was injured, and I was the commissioner. This is October last year. Oh yeah, I'll come on more, man. I'll come on more. I just was sick, and then I had to. I was sick last week. Bro.
It's the Mitch and Alex show featuring Keegan Brettle.
Yeah,
so
and
he'll be
then I what's it called? I have a baby and stuff like that, and Box is my other baby, but I got to take care of the one that came from my testicles first. I got a wife. And kids. Can't be doing podcasts. No, I'll come on more, mate.
Box is kind of everyone's baby. Like you gotta look after it.
E10 versus West. Let's go E10. Fire up, mate. Light the fuel.
This E10 guy better be amazing.
I do want to call him out on his Dominic Mysterio ripoff gear.
Whoa.
That's all.
Fucking Dominic ripped him off, bro. What are you talking about?
Yeah, sorry.
Anyway, all right. So
Dom watches the podcast.
Club Evans Head. Rocked up. You could tell it was going to be a shit show.
Wow.
I didn't know that going in.
I was wearing a shirt that was fucking extra small, right?
He was refereeing because he was.
I was
retired.
refereeing with one good arm, and it was John Whelan's b-boy, or whatever he's. I don't know who cat's out of the bag. John Whelan is b-boy. He already told everybody that.
What do you mean?
Oh, shut up. He took his mask off in a podcast already.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah, whoa. Anyway, so
Should have done it on this one.
Johnny Whelan gave me his ref shirt, and I swear it was from when he first started wrestling, and it was an extra small shirt. I had to squeeze into it. I was refereeing the whole card, and that is a tough job to referee a whole card.
It is,
Yeah.
yeah.
It gets very tiring. You sweat. You can't take a break. Intermission, you can take a break, but you think, oh, everyone's going to come back and high five you, and how you going out there, Kiggsy? No one cares when you're the ref. It's a thankless job. It truly is. So referees, I love all the refs, especially Nigel.
Yeah, I love the refs.
Yeah, give them a bit more of a pat on the back, man, because they
Ask them for an autograph.
Yeah, they do a good job, and they deserve it. They're such a big part of the show, and they help us so much too. Obviously, there's so much I can talk about. But anyway, so I'm reffing. Me and Mitch are sitting at the special man table, getting ready for the show to start. Doors open. There's like 3 people sitting in there. It was looking pretty rough. Luckily, there was like 10 more people that walked in, so there was 13. Then we had like 7 walk in, like right before the show.
It was about 20
show started.
total.
Oh, bro, it was rough, eh? Some of the guys on that show, I won't name them, not regular all-star fellas, but they kind of walk through their matches, and that kind of pissed me off a little bit. Then yeah, I don't know. Like, it was just such a shitty show. Nothing really too crazy happened. Oh, that's right. So me and Jordan, my son, who was like probably 1 year old at that point in October, and so he was going through like his big Wiggles phase, and
I forgot about this.
Jasmine had been attacked at the start of the show by this other girl from Queensland, and so when
It
Jasmine
was Billy Mack.
was it? Oh yeah,
They've been feuding since then.
oh yeah. So Jasmine was like, coming out pissed off later on to attack Billy Mack, right? And I went up to Mitch. I was like, bro, let's fucking rip Jazz. We'll give her. She's like, oh my god. I was like, let's give her the fucking Wiggles hot potato or some shit when she comes out. So she ran out and she was like, ooh. But then it was like, rockabye bed, na, 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 bear's now asleep. Shh, shh, shh. And like I was in the ring fucking trying not to die. She did not think it was funny at all.
I thought I had heat, but then she explained that she's got heat with you, not with me.
Yeah, she had heat with me for like half the car ride home. So that was pretty funny seeing her try and run out to be serious and put a beat down on Billy Mack to the Wiggles.
There's just a question there from Skull27, and it says, would you say E10 is a better petrol-based wrestler than ICW Hall of Famer High Octane?
Oh, that's gold. I reckon I want to
Shout out to
see.
Skull27 for the best comment of the night.
I want to see those two in a match with TNT as the special guest referee.
Do we have any other petrol-based wrestlers that can get involved?
Comments. Sound off in the comments. Any other petrol-based wrestlers?
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know any. Do you know any, Mitch?
Nothing's coming to mind.
Anyone in the back? Do you guys know any other petrol-based wrestlers?
There's a lot of head shaking.
I'm not saying anything racist.
We need to introduce. We need to introduce a wrestler in All Star called like Unleaded.
Yeah.
Unleaded 91.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be me.
Or Diesel. Diesel.
Get
Kevin Nash.
Diesel.
in.
Diesel and E10 versus TNT and High Octane in an explosives match.
We'll fly Diesel out.
Yeah, and pay
Pay
TNT
massive money.
Pay TNT an exorbitant amount of money
Let's just hope he doesn't blow his
to do a
spot.
non-AWF show.
Don't make fun of Kevin Nash. He's a great man.
Holy
Jasmine
shit,
Brettle
bro.
says tank. Does that count?
Petrol tank. Yeah, I'll allow
I'll tell you
it.
a quick story. We've got 3 minutes until I tag out to Wes. So, me and my friend Mehmet, the Turkish Delight, we tried to start a tag team. We only had a few matches, probably had 5 matches, but we're good opponents, better opponents, I think, than the tag team. We called ourselves the Delightful Grubs because I was going by the Grub at that point. That's a little known fact. I used to call myself the Grub for about 2 years.
That's gimmick infringement.
I don't care. I don't care. Otis is a good grub. Like, as in he makes it. He's a piece of shit of a human
He's a
being.
grubby grub.
But yeah, the grub suits him.
Yeah.
So I was calling myself the Grub, and he was the delightful one, the Turkish Delight, right? So the Delightful Grubs. Tank he is this obese wrestler from ICW in Canberra. He's like a shoot 140, 150. He's a heavy fella.
It's not that heavy.
He's a heavy fella. It's not muscle. And anyway, so the first time I ever went to Canberra, I went and had my match, and I was, boxer size at the time. Come back, and I remember sitting down watching at the monitor, and this Tank fella was out there sweating it up, doing fucking sweet fuck all. Comes back with a tally on his neck like a big jock, right? And he's like, oh. Fucking reaches behind the monitor where he'd stashed a 6-pack of Subway cookies behind the fucking monitor and just started chowing down. Like that was his fucking post-workout meal. And I was like, bro, you don't go for a glass of water. You don't go for like maybe a Powerade. I don't know. I know some people have like diabetes or whatever. They go for like a lolly. But this guy started eating some chopped chip cookies. So I'm like, that's crazy. Anyway, so about 6 months, I told all the boys in the car, I'm like, bro, can you believe this fat fucking guy? Anyway, we laughed about it for ages. We're like, oh, the Subway cookies. 6 months later, me and Mehmet booked in a tag match against him. We duck off the Subway and we buy some cookies. And we planned it in the match. He had no idea. We planned it in the match so that we'd get him on the apron and we'd stuff some cookies in his mouth and then we'd hit the ropes and do a drop kick and then he'd spit them all over the crowd. He had no idea why we were doing it. It was an inside joke that he was inside of, but he didn't know why we were laughing. It's because he was in love with the cookies. Anyway, when Mehmet did it, he fucking damn near choked the guy. He put him in his mouth way too hard. And it was fun. You had to be there, I guess. But it was a moment in time. ICW Belconnen Theatre was a place where dreams come true.
And Subway cookies are eaten.
Subway cookies, boys. Yeah, let's get Mehmet. I'll speak to that little fucker. I don't know. I think he's skinny now, so it might not be as funny. But I'd love to have a match against Mehmet now. It'd be haram. I don't know if you'd want to be in there with me drinking and stuff, but he's a great fella.
Big Keegsy B, it's 4:02 p.m. Means it's time for you to tag out.
All right then, Mitch. Thank you so much for having me.
Let's do it.
Was that your radio voice?
Yeah, that was my radio.
Thank you
It's
very
not
much
very good at it.
for coming on.
Thank
Big
you.
TV.
Thank you. And
The puppeteer's getting up. I thought he was trying to sub in. It's not
I want to hear his story.
I thank you to everyone for watching the podcast. I've only been there. I've only been on. Yeah, it's my second one. I just want to say I have been watching, and they've been very fun. I love the interactions that everyone has. That everyone's been providing in the comments, and lots of great feedback. And keep it up, Box. Keep it up, Mitch. You guys are crushing it. So I'll try and be here more. And
Thank you very much, brother.
got my mullet on the mic. Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, Big Keegsy B.
And go the West Tigers, right?
Go the Tigers.
There we go.
2024, mate. We just re-signed Happy Coruscant. We've got the fine new brothers.
Yeah, Happy Coruscant has announced his retirement from finals football.
Come in here, buddy. Come in.
Now
I was gonna let you through, but
Now we're bringing in a man that supports a great football team,
Lick my nuts.
and the team's currently up 30-0, which I just saw.
that's what, I thought that's what they were.
That's because you drink a pussy beer, bro.
There's nothing wrong with Great Northern.
Is that
Nothing
the
They're having a
one
beer
that's
argument in the
competition?
background.
It's cold now.
You do your
That's all that
podcast.
matters.
Before we get into the
All right,
chat,
where's Williams opening up the
hang on,
hour
fellas.
two? No, we don't need the belt.
No, this boy tried to rig me. It's all good.
Yeah.
And it fell through.
So before we start our chat with the West, I just want to plug our sponsors again. Massive shout out to Bulldog Glass and Property Maintenance.
How about you take this?
Shout out to
Cut my face.
Bulldog Glass and Property Maintenance, Amy's Crystal Cleaning Services, and Raptastic Graphics. There you go.
Now, Wes, explain the rip. I didn't know anything
I
about
don't
this.
know. I just get a message this morning saying bring the belt.
You told
Oh
me
yeah,
to bring the
yeah,
bell.
because we may need to shoot a promo.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
Not for a podcast.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Fair
No,
enough.
he wasn't
fair play,
ribbing
fair
you.
play.
That was me. That was me.
Whatever.
That's your fault.
How's your week been, Wes?
I'm not talking about my week, brother. No.
Wes, what about the Roosters? They're up 30-0 apparently.
Not talking about the Roosters either, mate. This is
They're
a rest.
win-
You keep talking about no footy. This is a rest.
No, but they're winning.
You
Wes.
give him shit all the time.
Yeah, I know. The fans don't like the
Oh.
Come on.
Lick my nuts.
Hypocrite.
You're the current All-Star Heavyweight Champion.
Uh-huh.
How was that moment for you? Because we haven't talked about that, I guess, other than like a social media post.
Did I? I don't think I even really spoke about it.
No, you didn't.
It was a cool moment. It sucked that day of coming from work. I found out about Ryan Eagles being crook. That sucked.
What a cat.
I'm not gonna touch on that.
Had the flu.
But it was a very cool moment. Especially having Guy that has sort of mentored me coming out afterwards, and two guys that I really care about who started with me, and Aries and Hell Yeah come out after the match. Having the puppeteer in there, that was a really cool thing that we added in very last minute. It was a very cool moment, and I'm very appreciative of All Star for giving me a crack when I came from a promotion that did sweet fuck all for me and with me.
We'll touch on that.
Yeah, and
Sounds like you've got some beef there.
it's never ending. It's never ending.
Well, should we get straight into that? So
If you want to,
you started out training for or with AWF.
yes, because I was a young 17-year-old boy who didn't have a license and couldn't drive anywhere,
And it was local.
and it was very local. Yes.
TNT, Greg Brown. Tell us about your experiences at AWF.
Do you want to bring Keegan back and bring him in for this? I don't know. So yeah, it was which we can't topical because your podcast on Wednesday, you're talking about training and untrained people.
Yeah.
Training there lasted about a year. It was very stop-start. Matt Rowley can attest to this. Never ending. It was in the backyard. Then when you get there, you just get told, here's your thing. Do whatever you want. Yeah, put in with a bunch of rookies. You don't get anyone like All-Star has giving you experience, talent. It's absolute dog shit. And you can sort of tell in that year I was there, you got to see a downfall when it came to the quality control with their rookies, right? So I came to think myself and someone else, it took us a year to get through the school. And then with Helly and Aries, it was a little bit less. And then at my time at the end, I got to wrestle Akel, and it came in with Torture and Trauma and Keegan's favourite D-Pack.
Shout out to D-Pack.
Shout out D-Pack.
Gets mentioned every podcast. I've never met him.
I had to do it because you didn't mention it before. And it took them, they took like a 3-week stint and a training thing. They all got chucked on a fucking show. And I got lumped in with fucking Akel for his first ever match. And this was after I debuted for All-Star.
Was that a dream camp that they did?
No. It was an intensive course.
Okay.
Supposedly.
How intensive was it?
Intensive my ass.
Yeah.
And I had to put Akel over. Not opposed to it. I just would have loved if he had some actual long-term fucking training. An absolute shit match too. It fucking sucks. I hate all my matches. It's fine.
Yeah,
I hate all my matches. It's well known. It was a fucking dog shit match. I hate it.
Quickly.
You have the footage for that?
Somewhere. I'll find it. I'll find it.
That's fine.
I'll watch it.
You say you hate all your matches, but the match where you won the heavyweight title has been called one of the greatest, if not the greatest, all-star main event of all time.
Johnny Bettini, the referee with 15 years experience, said it was one of the greatest matches he'd ever seen live.
Well, it was a part of it, so I think he's got a bit of bias. It was fun. It hurt a lot.
Yeah.
One specific spot that Puppeteer loves.
Yeah. The power
That the
bomb
puppet loves. Yeah.
on the exposed wooden boards.
I'm such a fucking idiot. I'm such a fucking idiot.
But yeah, so back to AWS. You had to put Akel over.
So I put Akel over, and I was getting messages back and forth from the great TNT, Greg Bounds, Boomstar, or something, or however the fuck it goes.
Yeah.
Going, hey, we want to put you in this thing. I was like, dude, I've just put over a rookie who's done absolute fuck all, and I've talked the most shit. I'm going away. I'm taking a couple months off. I'm going to branch out, do what I want. I go to a Kingdom show, and I found out that he tried to get me booked off the show. And then I get sent this fucking contract, right? This exclusivity, the big infamous contract. I wish I still had the bloody.
I've heard about a few of
I
these.
always told him to shove that up his ass.
I did. So it was, you can't work for anyone else in Sydney. You'll get paid a certain amount if the draw is good, and the draws were never fucking good, as you can see now when everyone fucking left. And how they've never run a show again.
What would have been considered a good draw for you to get paid? Was that specified?
No, it was not. It was not.
I didn't think so.
It was never. I think even Aries has said Aries or Hell Yeah said the only way they made money was from merch, and because they told their partner to hide the amount that they made.
Because he was taking cut of the merch. Yeah,
he was taking cuts. So
that's so unheard of in Aussie wrestling.
I love that you're just shaking your head, Matt. Trauma bonding's great.
This is what it is. Trauma.
It's trauma bonding. Yeah.
Feels so somber.
Yeah. Well, not really. So he sent the contract. I told him to shove it, and that was pretty much the end of it. I got blocked after all that. I've never spoken to the bloke since. I've just talked shit about him. I've made, there's been jokes at PWA academies here, everywhere. I'm still trying to hit a detonator in a match at one point, just to pop myself.
That'd pop so many people.
Maybe if I wrestle Keegan for the heavyweight title, I'll pull out a detonator.
Wow.
I'll take it from you.
Oh, lovely.
Wow.
Just to pop myself.
I
had one of Keegan's worst ever matches at AWF. Made him want to retire.
Wow.
Good old Chris Rucker and Grant Lindstrom, shout out. Shit match.
I think Chris Rucker's on the show today too.
Is Chris Rucker on the show?
Oh, I'm so keen to see him.
I
haven't seen him in a very long time.
And see the difference of when you go and branch out and actually work and train elsewhere versus sticking to a place.
Has Rucker been training elsewhere?
No,
because at least I don't know. I just know that, myself, I went out, PWA, All-Star, Kingdom, a couple other companies.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. And then Aries, hell yeah, obviously They did a couple sessions at PWA. They train here, or at least Aries does. I don't know about Hell Yeah. And yeah, so we've all gone out. As you guys have
Branched
said,
out,
we've all improved.
Mm.
You're the
I can even
heavyweight
say,
champion.
yeah, heavyweight champion, Aries Eastern States, Hell Yeah.
Tag
Former
team
tag
with
champ
Keegan.
with Keegs.
Guys have all wrestled internationals.
Also wrestling internationals, yep. And
Run
Chris
pretty
Rock
much the
is doing fucking what? I love the guy.
APW.
I love the guy, but what's APW, dude? Like shit, he can train here if he wants. Yeah, if he wants to train here,
No, I'm saying I tried to tell him to come, but
he should.
Keeks
He
says
should.
told
I've
him
just-
to come.
like I'm like when you guys all came over, we tried to get him to come over too. Not in a
Yeah.
malicious way to steal or whatever talent or anything like that.
That was another
He was
thing.
just
I think
he was just a good fella, and I thought it'd be cool to have him come over as well. And his blind loyalty to Greg is just kept him there. But he also told me about how much he was getting ripped off too.
yeah, we all were. I never got paid a single cent
That's cool.
across that after spending.
You were there for 2 years, right?
2 years.
Now look
Oh,
at
no,
you,
actually,
that's
no.
what you're with.
Actually, yeah, I got a new car. Thanks for the pay.
I appreciate it.
Um,
All Star pays the best out of anyone.
the only ways I got paid in AWF was when, out of my own back and money, and I was 18, no clue about wrestling whatsoever. I flew myself over to Queensland, paid for my own hotel. I was like, look, it's pretty fucking expensive, dude. Like, not that I had great taste. I was just like, this is more than I have as a dude who works in retail. Is 18.
Yeah, because it
Isn't anything
would have been $600 or so to get up there, right?
plus
Yeah,
for both, and it was the whole big weekend.
$600 is a lot
Yeah.
of money when you're 18.
Yeah, and I was full time at the time at work, but it's still it was a lot. And I think I got maybe $100,
Wow.
maybe for wrestling 3 times a day across 2 days, sometimes a third day. So you wrestle 7 times in a weekend, and you get $100. Now, I'm fucking shit at math, but what does that work out to? Like, that's
What, $10? No,
10,
little
15,
12 bucks.
$12
a match?
a match.
Come on, that's
Wow.
not too
I
bad.
would have preferred a hot dog and handshake, to be honest. I would have at least been fed. You know what I mean?
And now he's the heavyweight champion on the big bucks.
That's right.
Yeah, thanks, All Star. Appreciate it.
We spoke about 5-star and his move to Melbourne earlier with Keegan. What was your experience? Because you worked a couple of FWA shows.
A singular
A
FWA
singular?
show.
One? How was
Man,
that?
Fucking dog shit.
Wow.
This guy pulls no punches.
I was going to say, and I thought
Hey.
Keegan in episode 1 was brutal. Holy shit.
Look, to be fair, the time of that show, I was not in the best mental space. I was very unhappy.
When was it?
It was the Rumble show. It was this year. I was very unhappy.
It's like 2-3 months ago.
Yeah, I was very unhappy. I was not kind of not really now in a great mental space, but that's a different story. And I go there, and there's like 30 people, maybe, there. Like, there's a shit ton of people in this tiny cone space. In the rumble. Yeah.
backstage,
Or in the crowd.
Fucking both.
Combined.
Combined. So they're doing renos at this place, and he supposedly didn't know about it. We all crammed into this tiny little backstage area. Everyone's going on, and I like to think at All Star we all have a massive respect to Mitch. But you go to fight the FWA, and 5 years as a promoter, and not a single person except for maybe Kid Valiant, maybe Anth Carver, or whoever else got flown out for whatever stupid reason. Absolutely was disrespectful to the promoter, and it affected, for me at least, the whole show and the whole vibe of the whole night.
Openly disrespectful or behind the back?
Behind the back. It could have been to his face as well. I don't know. I wasn't really
Well,
paying
he knows
attention
that
too
he does
much.
now.
Yeah, I don't care.
Stop
I
breaking
didn't.
the mic.
I
Sorry.
didn't enjoy the show at all. It was a horrible night.
You were in the Rumble match, mate.
Yes, and
Got eliminated by 5e.
okay, I was very to everyone backstage. I was like, I want the drop kick, the famous 5e drop kick, and I'm gonna
What,
try.
do you not want kids in the future?
Speak for yourself. And I'm calling it to him. I'm yelling in his fucking ear, fucking drop kick. Give me a drop kick. And he just throws me over. I was like, and I go out. I'm like, motherfucker. I was like, that's not what I. That was the whole reason I wanted to fight. I was like, it's the whole reason I went into the Rumble was to just like make fun of myself. And then I was like, oh, Mitch will watch live. I'll pop Mitch by doing a stupid sell of Flavy's dropkick. Didn't get a chance to do that shit. So
I wasn't
was
too
fun.
happy with that Rumble.
Yeah, look.
I was blowing up.
I wasn't happy after. I wasn't happy. It was
We
one
came in
of my
for
least favorite nights in wrestling, outside of probably some of the tour nights.
We came in for training the week after, and we put the Rumble on. And Mitch was blowing up again at
Yeah.
the Rumble that he's rewatching. And he's like, what is this shit, man?
I just
There
like
was-
making myself angry.
There was no plan to the like Rumble at all.
Um,
Nothing at all. Like I know
Who won that?
other.
It was
5v,
wasn't
5v
it?
won.
5v1.
I know other Rumbles I've been to. They've gone. Here's who's entering. This is who you're getting eliminated by. This is you need to do it before this. There was none of that,
Any good Rumble should have that, I reckon.
and there was none of that. None of that. It
Yeah.
was so unorganized. I'd say them and probably. Actually, NCPW was surprisingly organized when I did a singular show for them
Really?
as a favor to Adam Graham. They were actually more organized than FWA,
Wow.
surprisingly.
Now, who's more organised, Adam Graham or NCPW?
That's been a long time since I've wrestled for them. I'd say probably Adam Graham
Wow, all right. Adam Graham put over on the podcast.
for once.
That's a first. You spoke about like not making much money like from AWF. Was there anywhere else that you had some tough experiences with?
Oh, you mean outside of driving however far to Port Macquarie to get nothing? And that was with 3 other people who came from Wollongong and we got nothing.
Wow.
And then
I've always heard that NCPW doesn't pay anyone.
they openly stated that to us. Like
At least they're up front.
We found them out. We went to them outside the venue. I was like, hey, like Adam, like the guy, Adam from Kingdom has said you would organize a deal where he'll pay us half, you guys get the other half. So it's not like a full thing. And they're like, oh, well, don't let anyone know we've given you this. And they gave us half of what we were told we were getting.
All right.
And I gave it to the Wollongong guys because they came further. And I was like, I'm taking the week off anyway. I'm going to go see my dad at Port Macquarie. It is what it is. I've got to see my dad.
Yeah.
And they were like, we don't pay our boys, so don't let anyone know that we've paid you. I was like,
You
well,
just
what?
did.
I was like, what? I don't care. All those guys at NCPW will know that
There's going to be a bunch of
Misfit
NCPW
and
guys
Delicious
leaving.
would have known because we told them openly that we got paid.
Ram Man walking out of the building. Fuck this, I'm out. I'm never coming back.
And Birdman's gone. That was one of my favorite matches, me versus Ram Man. It was just a sea of chops. It's like, it's a good match. He chops hard. That's not.
No tea parties here, mate.
Gilbert waddling out the door. I've had enough of you guys.
Oh, fuck.
Waddling.
I can't wait to
He
see.
doesn't
APW.
move very
I can't
well,
wait
Gilbert.
to see APW.
Okay.
I can't wait.
Now,
I can't wait for the sea
Now,
of chops I'm gonna
glad
see.
you brought up Birdman because I wanted this to segue into it.
This is why I
Oh,
messaged
there
you to
we
get
go.
me on here.
It's
It's
been brought up.
bloody Aries brought it up.
It's been brought up a couple times. It's the infamous Ferguson and Birdman.
The only match to ever be deleted from All Stars archives.
Yeah, so can I give the backstory
Go
here?
Yeah,
for
you
it.
go for it.
All
Go
right.
for it. Tell me what you.
So
know,
we were
and then
going to
I'll-
debut this team called the Bird and the Bee, and like pretty good idea, right? Birdman's decently popular, like everybody loves him,
And B-Boy.
and B Boy is, he's huge. Everybody loves him as well. So put them together as a team. Why not? B Boy's like, oh, I'm not sure that'll be the best idea, but I'll go with it, and we did it. And as we're going to the building, me and Birdman, because Birdman would load up the truck, he was going, you put me in a fucking tag match, mate. I'm like, you said you were fine. You said it was okay. Because he told me like 2 weeks before. He's like, oh, it's all right. You put me in a tag, mate. So I said, you said it was fine. Anyway, we get in and we get into the building and he's pissed off all day. And then the match occurs. And then
Okay,
I'll move over to Wes now.
okay. So we get to the building. He goes off, as always, the Birdman special at Pat's RSL. He goes to the bloody Pokies and sits there till maybe a minute before doors open
Yeah,
this show.
yeah.
And so obviously we're talking through the match. It's going to be it was a basic tag match. It was nothing extravagant, no major
Well, so
difficulties.
can I add in? I think Fergus was a replacement of someone, but I don't remember who. Because you had a tag partner that I thought would be able to
It
carry
was
the
Mickey.
match.
No, it was Mickey Vendetta. Oh no.
No.
It was It was either Hell Yeah or Aries, and it was Hell Yeah, and then he got injured by Greg doing the stupid spot in his thing. That's the story for Hell Yeah to tell because I know the whole thing.
Yeah.
But Hell Yeah's own tag partner injured him in a match, and then he couldn't.
That's right. Yeah, it was meant to be you and Hell Yeah.
To set up another thing, because we had done at the beginning of All Star, I was in a group with Mickey Vendetta and Nikki Petite.
What a group!
That was a great group. That lasted very little time.
Nikki Petite, current APW women's champion.
Maybe we'll see her tonight,
Oh.
Wes.
Look, it was
Bit of a reunion, maybe.
Oh, and Vendetta will probably be there too.
well. I was
run it back.
Let's do it again.
So between when that happened, whatever happened with Nikki fell through on your guys' end. She wasn't being booked, or she didn't want to be in the group. Or some.
She wanted to wrestle.
She wanted
We
to wrestle.
Didn't feel that was a good idea.
She's not a good wrestler.
I'm not gonna.
Thanks for the input, KCB.
Yeah.
No comment.
I say what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. She wasn't great. She
No,
wasn't.
I
great.
think she knows she's not great though.
Can we get a bit dark?
Oh, maybe.
I'll try.
Oh yeah, Alan
So-
Fox broke the light.
Thanks, Keeks. So then COVID happened, and Vendetta and I were really keen on being a tag. I'd always wanted to be a tag guy when I first came into wrestling, so I was like, hell yeah, cool, I'm going to be in a tag team. This is awesome. Then COVID happens, and we had the sort of plan for the post-match angle, whatever, with Hell Yeah and Aries, bring them in, having this like stable. I don't know if that was a full thing from All-Star booking committee or whatever. So we go through the match. Doesn't seem to, but we tell Berman about it backstage, and he grabs his phone, he gets a line of pre-workout, and he snorts it.
Now, to confirm, it is pre-workout.
It was pre-workout, yes. I saw
because there was an allegation that it was not.
pre-workout.
It always was.
It was always pre-workout.
Yeah.
Um,
But that's what he does. He snorts pre-workout.
that's the craziest thing I've seen backstage. And then we get out there. It worked. So we're doing our thing. Fergus forgets absolutely everything because he's Fergus Ferguson. And then Birdman's in for his spot. And I think he said he was in there for all of 30 seconds. And it was solely his fault.
He tagged back out.
He was having this big moment of shine. We were doing, okay, you've got this many people. We're going to tease you as the hot tag because it's going to get the biggest reaction. And he tags himself out after like chopping Fergus maybe once or twice. And then he has a silk and walks around, abandons the match as B-Boy's, getting beat the fuck up. And Fergus is forgetting all his shit. I'm getting pissed off in the corner. Birdman's just walking around, talking to people, doing whatever the fuck.
He was
Just
walking around.
completely no-selling the match. And
He was walking around with the angriest look I've ever seen on someone's face, and he's going, "Fuck this tag match, mate."
So-
fucking.
Hear it from backstage, yeah.
So we
I was
get to
like-
the bit
I
where he
was like,
comes
"Oh,
back
shit."
in. He comes back in, does his double heels hoist or whatever. I take it. Fergus forgets to do something with it. So I go back out. I stay out. I'm pissed. Roam in the corner. And then the shitty splash where he gets maybe a centimeter off the ground.
Don't bag the
Fergus-
splash. I won't hear that.
Okay, he gets a centimeter off the ground, whatever.
It's an amazing
Um,
splash.
And pins Fergus. They go backstage. Post-match angle, whatever happens, where Hell Yeah, Aries come out. We attack the shit out of Fergus. I break his shades. He's mimicking off me.
Oh yeah, he was like your
He
wannabe.
He was getting a tryout into the group.
That's better. We got
Yeah,
some
much
sunlight.
better.
Yeah.
He's better, yeah. And we get backstage, and I go to Birdman. I was like, "Hey, we could have done better. I apologize. Hope you're okay. Hope you're I hope you're all good. You're not hurt." And he has a crack at me. I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Fergus is like, we go into our little corner. We recollect like our thoughts, and I was like, "Look, shit match." And Fergus was like angry. I thought he was gonna cry because
Wow.
Birdman had a crack at him. And I was like, I don't care. Birdman's,
Birdman was he was chopping away at the back of Fergus stage, like where the stage was, and Fergus was trying to run away.
and
then- So
is a Fergus.
so Fergus was in a panic, and you've just got Birdman walking behind, just chopping him.
It is my worst ever match,
It is
and it is the worst match
in
I've.
All-Star history.
Have you seen it, Alex?
No, but this is what you told me.
Yes.
I regret being part of it.
Yeah, it was not
It's
a
not
good one.
Like,
But now
God, we
you're the
deleted it.
heavyweight champion.
Now,
It's okay.
now that I've stopped focusing on trying to be a tag guy, and trying to find a tag partner,
Whoa.
it's become all right.
Wow.
I've
He
come
doesn't
good.
rely on anyone else, Wes Williams. He just does it himself.
We've got a
Much
couple
so that I
questions.
wouldn't
Can
be
I
a
ask
tag
you
guy.
a good question?
Of course.
What would you
Audience
say?
question.
No, yeah, the audience question. Live audience.
Yeah.
What would you say, Wesley, is your second worst match in All Star?
In All Star,
Yeah, because I know that's a famed match. It's an infamous that one there.
All right.
nothing comes close to
Nothing
that.
that's- yeah, that's-
Second
that's-
worst
that's-
match in All Star for those that can't hear Big Keegsy B in the background.
I just couldn't think of another one that was like anywhere near that. That's why
I'm trying to
I
think.
asked. In your mind,
And
in All Star only though. I'm not asking now.
yeah, I know.
That's the thing. Like, he hates all these matches, but they've all been great.
I don't know about that.
I'd say nothing has really gone to below average.
Okay, I'm gonna call it a three-way tie because 3 matches that come to mind.
Oh,
Oh wow! All right.
See, he hates all these matches.
Me versus Aaron Jake after the tour because I was still very shaken up and mentally not in
contact
the space.
Why?
That
Yep.
was the.
Oh,
At St Mary's,
Yeah.
after the tour.
No charisma.
Myself versus Jean Lin.
But you didn't like that.
I hated
think I've
that.
seen
I
that
hated
match.
the shit out of that. And then myself versus Mikey Lord on tour.
So you're not,
Yeah, I remember
you're
you're not happy with that Mikey Lord match.
You're not a big St Mary's guy then. Both of those
No.
matches in St Mary's.
No.
His home base is Padstow.
You've got to go to St Mary's on November 18th, mate. FWA's running there.
Oh yeah. Shit. I'm
St.
not.
Mary's.
You might get to wrestle Epico
Don't book me. Do not book me.
or Primo rather. Sorry,
Don't book me. I'm All Star exclusive now.
Couple fan questions.
is it Primo or Epico that he's got?
Both. Both. Oh, have they announced that?
Oh, shit.
Oh, it's both.
I think they
Sorry.
have.
Sorry, it's both.
All right, Wes, you blew their surprise.
Sorry, Fivey.
now you got a lot of
Does
heat.
he watch anyway? I don't know. He's blocked all of us.
I still love your 5e. No heat with me. I just want my $70 back. I want my $70 back. That's all I want.
The Aussie
Or
Observer
100, whatever it
asks,
was.
Mitch, are you ever coming back to Wollongong?
No, I think rock and roll does a good job there.
Yeah,
And,
it's fair.
I heard Hunter Hayes put me over the other day on a podcast. Wollongong can stay rock and roll. It's all good.
David Bullock says, did you trial a Burden B match at Collecticon in Penrith?
No, I don't think he did.
I don't remember, but possibly.
How
We
is that?
trial a lot of stuff there, so it's definitely possible. If you saw them there, because I know David attends the
We saw him in
Collecticons,
the last one.
you most likely saw it. So possibly.
I think they did. They did. It might have been a 6-man tag.
Oh,
And Vossi was there.
So yeah, I remember the match now. It was me, Vendetta, and the dude that Axtonosis, that's who it was. The dude that Mikey shouted his foot against. Against Goran, Birdman.
And B-Boy.
No, it wasn't B-Boy, it was Jack Dullahan.
Ah.
It was
Who
Jack
the hell was
Dullahan.
in that?
No.
I think it was an 8-man tag, and
Yeah,
B-Boy and
yeah.
Keegan were in.
I feel like it was B. There's a photo of me. Jack,
Okay, no,
and
sorry.
Birdman.
It was B as Keith Steele and Johnny Whelan.
What?
It was an
Hey!
8-man tag.
Kayfabe, brother.
You let it
Kayfabe.
out earlier.
No, he did, not
He
me.
let it out earlier.
Well, we might as well go on with it.
I protect kayfabe.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Anyway,
It was a match, and it was.
you know what? B-Boy, the only
Sorry,
person in Australian wrestling history to have teamed with both the Birdman and the Puppeteer. Hey!
Damn.
That's true.
That's a big honor.
How do you know that?
That's almost Hall of Fame worthy.
He's a wrestling nerd like me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That might have happened somewhere else.
I don't think the Puppeteers had any other tag matches.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, has Hell Yeah ever teamed with the Birdman?
Nah.
No.
I don't know what kind of parties they get to those.
Oi, Mad Team, B-Boy, hell yeah, Birdman,
Orlando Jordan.
Puppeteer.
Wow. That's like the Undesirables 2.0.
That-
Oh,
Hey,
Birdman
what
was
happened to
good
the
enough.
undesirables?
Yeah.
What
Mitch,
happened?
What happened?
They're
to the
still
undesirable?
active.
Are they?
Yeah.
Where's
Hell yeah, the
conspiracy
puppet.
theorist? It's just they never built
Conspiracy
the
theorist has
undesirable.
gone elsewhere for now, but he'll be back.
He's a shit conspiracy theorist in real life. I'm way worse than that.
Yeah.
I don't think he should be
Anyway.
owning up to that.
Anyway.
Puppeteer might get cancelled.
Another question from the Aussie Observer.
Keep it
Can
on
we
the
get
DL.
Hell Yeah on the show? Hell Yeah, if you're watching, brother, we'd love to have you on the
See,
show.
we got-
He'll have some great stories about the AWF.
We got Wes because Wes is a fan of the podcast.
That's
He
not
is.
true.
He
Hell-
is.
hell
He's
yeah.
watched every single episode.
I like to.
Hell yeah has never mentioned that he's never mentioned the pod, never mentioned anything about it.
Mhm.
Now, yeah. Thanks to
Now that we're
Wes
name-
Williams and Keegan Brettle.
Now that we're name dropping everyone, yeah.
We got more heat than Darwin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I talk to Jayla, hell yeah, Jazz.
Jazz will
I'll
get
talk to
ratings.
anyone.
Jazz
Well,
gets
actually,
the ratings.
should I make an announcement for next week's episode?
Go for it.
I didn't even know about this, but let's go.
No. So next week's episode will not be on Saturday, unfortunately. It will be on
Boo.
Sunday, featuring Jasmine Brettle.
Oh yeah.
Ratings.
So
Congratulations.
we'll have both the Brettles.
We will. We'll have both the Brettles next Sunday.
Oh, me as well.
Yeah.
So me, Jasmine.
It's the Mitch and Alex show featuring
The
Keegan Brettle.
Okay, Too Sweet Matty 2 just said he'd love to see Cruz on the pod.
Tony Cruz. That might be.
Nah, he's a bit of a dick.
Yeah, he's a bit.
Yeah.
Look, if there's any wrestlers out there that want to jump on the pod, hit us up on the social.
But if you're someone we don't like, please don't bother.
Come have a train and roll around.
Yeah,
Yeah, 100%.
I
You
agree.
can train.
great
there, too.
train.
There's a training school here.
There is. David Bullock says Sunday afternoon sorted. I
Good stuff,
appreciate
Bullock. Good stuff.
it. What else have we got? Well, we want to speak about why you came to All Star. I guess you kind of touched on that, but I guess more in depth. How did that all? come
Okay, so
about? Keegan yawning. He's sick of this. Sick of this shit.
it is too late.
The heater busted out
So
thanks to this
It
guy.
wasn't me.
I got a message from the
Let man
great.
tell his story.
I got a message from the great Goran Nikolov saying, "Hey, do you want to do I think it was a 6-man tag or whatever."
I
And-
needed someone to wrestle the Birdman.
Yeah, and then it was like, "Oh, you might do another spot where you wrestle the Birdman."
Disgraceful kids.
Thanks, Boxy. And I was like, you know what? Sure, I've passed my 1-year exclusive contract that you sign when you start up at the AWF Wrestling School.
Which would not be
it
legally
was not
enforceable
legal.
at all.
No, it's not at all. I don't think anyone signs to now because Deepak's going up to bloody Port Macquarie and he's only been wrestling for maybe a year.
Shout out to Deepak.
Shout out Deepak again.
I gotta watch Deepak. The guy's got more heat on here than anyone else.
It's not heat.
Everybody buries
I've got-
him.
I just don't think either 4 of those guys when they debuted should have debuted at that time.
Let's bring Deepak on so he can defend the allegations.
Sorry, who were the other two? It was AKL and Deepak.
Torture and trauma.
Oh, okay.
One of them could have. One of them very well could have because one of them was very good at training.
Willie Ray or the other one?
The
There is
I
one.
can't remember the name of the super. He's a skinny one.
Yeah, he's alright. I trained with him.
Yeah, the skinny one was all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't think they were ready to debut when they did.
Nice guys.
Yeah, they're nice. But yeah, so Goran hit me up and I was like, yeah, sure, done. And then I get to wrestling Birdman and it was the easiest match I've ever been a part of.
Right. Easiest paycheck you ever catched.
Yeah, pretty much. Probably one of Birdman's best matches too.
I
It's
wouldn't
not
go that
hard.
far.
And it's not hard.
It was.
It's not. It is.
That was one
It
of
is,
Birdman's
Mitch, and
best
it's not
matches.
hard to top that.
The
Either.
Birdman, look, as
I don't think
much
you can say otherwise.
as
but
much as
it was-
people shit on him, he had some phenomenal matches back in the
Yeah, but
day.
this
Okay,
century-
fine.
This
Yeah,
century-
he's a century.
this is one of his better ones. Who's he got tonight?
Is it?
CJ
Bruiser?
Young.
Bruiser?
Is it?
No, I don't know.
You know what? Give me 1 second. I'm gonna look
Oh,
up.
he's doing a loo.
See, the reason this podcast is so good is you're part of a private conversation. You're just watching. Big Kingsy
Pretty
doesn't
much,
even remember
yeah.
that we're live. He's just like, oh, who's he fucking got? I want to watch
there's
it.
like 6 people in this room. What do you expect?
I can't see. Oh yeah, he's got Bruiser the Serb.
I hope
Okay.
he wins the belt
So,
tonight.
I can't even tell who's wrestling who on some of these posters he's done up. That's Chris Rucker.
Okay,
That's
right.
Chris Rucker in a
So,
Skippy
Chris
hardcore title
Rucker,
match.
good man.
Against Warren.
Oof.
We're losing control here.
Yes, we are.
Wow.
We've gone right. Come
I'm
on,
taking
host
the reins.
man. We've gone right.
David Bullock says I did see a Birdman banger back in the day in Goulburn.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
lying. He did have
I'm
really
gonna-
great matches.
I'm going to ask this. Dave Bullock,
And he's
how
over.
long ago was this? Was this before I was born? Because I dead set.
Oh.
I think it was possible.
Don't bury the Birdman in this.
How long is it? 2000.
Where is it? It's somewhere.
We've got the Chicken George mask here, and we put it on the fence to inspire the students.
It's not on the fence at the moment. But
I
we
think
do
you'd
have
want
it.
a better
I'm wearing it tonight.
reason to inspire the students, to be honest.
Oh, we'll put a Ferguson thing up.
I think there's other things you can put up to inspire the students outside of Chicken George.
What about Harley Race?
That'd be better.
or the
That'd be better.
Australian King at the moment, Goran.
All
Don't
right.
get me started on that.
All right, we're losing control.
All
here.
right, let's get into some fan questions.
Thank God.
For Wes. Has Wes prepared for the eventual match between him and the former champ Ryan Eagle?
I was ready when I won the belt. I was ready.
Oh,
We're just waiting for Ryan Eagles to sign off on it, I guess.
Yep. If
But
he
are
comes
you
back.
chicken?
If he comes back. I'm
Um,
sure I'm not. I'm not the only one he has to answer to.
let's see what else.
I'll
have we
pop the dog for sure.
I think without warning would love to pump.
Right.
Keeg
Without
says
warning
he'll
might do it
pop
as
the
well.
dog.
Yeah, hey, without warning, bro, I'm up to it.
Yeah.
Right.
David Bullock says it was last millennium.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So before I was born.
Yeah.
So can't
damn.
blame me for saying it was.
Hey, look-
Okay, Aussie Observer, would you book Deepak? Can I answer this for you, Mitch?
Well,
I want to answer this for you.
you can answer and then
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
answer.
Not a fucking chance.
I'll
Mitch, comment?
I'll be a little more diplomatic about it. I haven't seen Deepak wrestle.
Yes, you have.
Keegan,
Yes, you
If-
have.
This guy.
if
You've watched
he's-
the NCPW matches.
If he's interested, he can just send a resume and 2 matches to office@allstarwrestlingaustralia.com.au. Thank you.
Okay, I'll give a better answer. Yeah. He can spend 6 months training at the All-Star Wrestling School with Keegan and Johnny Starr, and then
we'll talk
Then
about
you
it.
can have a look.
Okay.
The
Nice little
rusty,
plug for the school.
Rusty Slug. I wonder if that is the slug.
Oh, the big slug.
Says, when are we going to see a crocodile death match?
Do we look like Big
What
Japan?
is that?
Do we look like Big Japan Pro Wrestling?
That's an inside joke.
I know what that
I know it
I
is.
know that joke. What is that joke?
I don't
You know that joke? I'm not sure Wes knows that
No.
joke.
I don't know the joke. Tell us the joke.
I
that's
can't.
not an
You gotta-
It's an off-air one, off-air.
Okay. I'm
The
waiting.
Rusty Slug says Deepak versus Wes in a crocodile death.
Oh, was that?
Kayfabe, brother. You've broken off stuff today.
Rusty Slug? God, no.
Rusty, we love you.
Okay,
I love the slug.
we all love the slug. How did Wes feel when the crowd popped hard for him and he saved the Hell Yeah, aka that awesome face turn?
It's something
He
spectacular.
looked like he loved it.
It was definitely fun. Yeah.
Yeah,
I-
you saved the boys from a
Yeah.
beat down.
Save cakes.
And Caesar.
Oh, sorry, Caesar.
And
And
Puppet.
Caesar and Puppet. Jesus.
What a guy.
I'm everyone's savior. Fuck.
That was a pretty amazing segment
That was
if
a
you think
great
about it.
That was a great moment.
You had the Keegan return
Burn-
and
burned
then
in my memory.
Wes's
Yeah,
turn. as
Definitely
well.
burned in my memory. It's
That-
one for the grandkids.
That,
Whenever I get
hey,
grandkids.
not-
Whenever I get grandkids.
not if you ever take a 5 drop kick, it's not.
Box, you're never getting booked on FWA champion.
He's not going to drive himself down to
I'm
Melbourne. so
happy.
it's no
Box
point.
better hope that I never die or stop promoting because that'll be it for him. He's got more heat than I don't know.
Someone asked Wes backstory, and I'm like, well, I mean, we've touched. That's what this entire episode
Yeah,
is about.
pretty
Wow,
much.
those are pretty
yeah.
shit fan questions.
Yeah, I
Guys,
know.
Pick up your
Wow.
game.
It's all
I'm
good.
disappointed.
It's so good.
I'm disappointed. Mitch, comment.
Mitch
Uh,
comment. Mitch comment.
I won't shit on the fans. I love the fans. We've got a great little audience so far. Look at our ratings.
Yeah, look, we've got 6 viewers at the moment.
It doesn't matter.
No,
By
say you got 6. You got to do what other promoters do, where they go,
pump it up.
guys, we've got
60.
600 plus
Well, no,
in
because when you're
the
on
small
YouTube,
hall in
you-
North Hamilton. I know they can see.
Yeah, they can see it.
I know they can see
You
it.
say North Hamilton.
Yeah, North Hamilton's
Isn't,
up
isn't
there.
that where we're running?
North
Someone else has run
Hamilton,
North Hamilton.
Okay, let's speak of North Hamilton. You've got Otis.
There you go,
Anyway,
Box. Now you're a
Good stuff.
broadcaster.
Now you're getting onto it.
Yeah. What are you thinking? How are you preparing for that match?
So I've beaten him on a 2-on-1. I think I've beaten him twice.
You beat him at Survival of the Fittest.
Beat him at
before you won
Survival of the
Rumble?
Fittest. And then he went on to win a Rumble at another company right after for a title.
Are you
Um,
saying that the company might not be as strong as this one?
Not necessarily. I'm just saying. I'm more saying Otis is really fucking good.
He is quite good.
Otis is really good.
Yep.
But he's not as good as the
I
Northern
don't-
Prince was.
Yeah. But I think over the last couple months, All-Star fans have seen someone who's been a lackey and has been looking up at Ryan Eagles and doing every single word he said. Instead of the guy that I first met when I started branching out, who was making a name and being a big force in all these other companies after tearing it up in Wollongong and taking over rock and roll wrestling for a period. I hope I get to see that guy and not the guy that's been following someone else's footsteps and going, please, Daddy, can I have some more?
So you
Like-
think this will be Otis's breakout moment?
I hope so.
Okay.
I hope so.
But he won't beat
No.
you.
No, I'd die before I'm hurt, but I'll die before I lose that belt.
The Rusty Slug says Mitch paid me for this. Is that true? Are you?
Course
are
he
you
did.
bribing? Are you bribing fans?
Jeez,
to come and comment?
everyone's pushing for Deepak matches here.
No,
Yeah,
I
This
yeah.
is the puppeteer.
Yeah.
Hey, August 19th as well, Wes, at the iconic Padstow RSL Club. You and Mike, valuable thoughts.
I'll take it one match at a time.
All right.
Wes,
All right.
Yeah, one match at a time.
All right.
Otis
Well,
first, and then I'll think about
Let's
Baby.
plug that August 19th. If Wes is successful, the Hamilton North Bowling Club, he'll take on
When?
Mike Valuable.
When I want you to change it. When
I
I'm
got to be
successful.
diplomatic.
When?
It's if. I'm sorry.
When. It's when.
He's fired up.
If Wes is successful, more than likely.
Yeah,
More than likely.
when. It's when.
He's very confident. I like it. I like it.
In Wes's words, when he beats
Uh-huh.
Otis in Newcastle, August 19th, he takes on Mike Valuable, a 20-year vet of the Australian wrestling scene.
Former Australian heavyweight champion. We're so in sync,
We
folks.
are. We've got a great chemistry.
Wow. One day you're going to be a great promoter.
Yeah.
I don't know about Alex being a promoter.
Hey.
Nah, I know about Alex being a promoter. You could be a good worker.
He'd do a better job than most that are already
Yes.
promoted.
I'll agree with you on that. Yeah,
Yep.
there's not that many good ones in the state.
I
Well, as you
reckon.
observe
I don't think there's
again-
that many good ones in the state currently.
No.
No.
Box 2 years under the learning tree with all of us. He'd be a gun promoter.
Yeah, I'd be in the mid cards.
Puppeteer says he'll be in
You
the
need
mid
something
card.
Puppeteer's like, I'm going away. Boxing's not going to be great. I'm going to AWE. See you boys later.
5E, how are you? Have you lost weight?
Puppeteer's like, hey,
I'll
moving-
drive down
He's
to
like, I'm
Melbourne,
moving
bro."
down to Melbourne. See you boys later.
All right, Box, back to the comments,
Aussie
please.
Observer says, can we have Hellier in the show? Mate, you asked that like 10 minutes ago, Chief.
Yeah, come on,
You said we'd love to have him on here. Mr. Hardy Productions says, we want Dance and Dave. Who's Dance and Dave? I don't know. who
Yeah,
that
I don't know who
is.
Danson Dave
Who's
is.
Dance and Dave?
Who's Danson Dave?
What? Yeah, like it's.
Dancing
Never met
Dave
him.
sounds like
Never
an
met him.
interesting character.
He does.
Never met him.
I don't know. What
Must-
do you guys, who do you guys?
Must
think
have some
Dance
good
and Dave?
moves on the dance floor, mate.
He
Just
must
saying.
be handsome.
Yeah, he sounds handsome.
Yeah. Thinking clean shaven.
Clean
Nice
shaven.
slick back hair.
Yeah, yeah.
Six pack.
Mm.
He's got a little Fandango vibes going. You know?
Yeah.
When he
He's
gets
got,
going,
he's got like a different hot
Shit
chick with him
dancer,
every
but that's
time you
his.
see
Yeah.
him.
So he's a dancer with lots of partners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds like the Birdman.
Box, you better hope All Star never goes away, Chief. You'll be in a lot of trouble. Hey, can I get a booking? Didn't you bury me on the Mitch and Alex show?
Oh mate, I was 17. I was young and stupid. I'm sorry.
I was influenced by Wes.
And
I was
Mitch.
influenced by Wes and Mitch.
Mitch is a bad influence.
Mitch told me everything to say before we went on air.
There was a script. It's right here.
Have we got any more questions?
Probably
at the
not.
moment, we don't know. But we'll take this this opportunity with
Plug
this
the
dead air to
sponsors.
plug the
There you go,
sponsors.
you-
Don't worry, I
Okay.
got the sponsors covered. He'd never plug them.
You've hardly done it
That's right.
Cheap.
in the almost.
I'm sorry,
2
they pay a
hours.
lot of money, and you don't plug them.
They do. Shout out to Bulldog Glass and Property Maintenance, Amy's Crystal Cleaning Services, and Raptastic Graphics, all of which you can see on our social media pages. For all their details, hit them up. They do a great job. Mitch has used their services on multiple occasions. As he said, our floor is the cleanest it's ever been
Inside my house.
inside his house. Yeah. Not in here.
Nah,
No.
it doesn't need to be. in
It doesn't look that clean.
Yeah, fair enough.
This area.
No, but look,
HQ.
the sponsor was not in here to clean
That's fair.
All Star HQ.
Maybe they
No.
should.
Maybe.
And I'm
Maybe they
sure
should.
they're doing
Maybe
a
you
great
should pay
job.
them to do it.
Yeah.
Do a great
And
job.
with the Bulldog maintenance and glass,
Glass and property maintenance.
right?
Yeah.
They have an option where a Bulldog will come in and do the work for you if you pay a little bit extra.
Is that true?
100%.
Wow. Like,
I-
is it an actual bulldog or is it like
The Bulldog is specially trained to no,
We're
not
getting like
Josh
Jacob
Reynolds.
Kiraz. We're getting like
No,
Jake
no.
Averillo.
The Bulldog, it's an actual animal that comes in and does your glass work for you. You just gotta pay a little bit more.
Pretty
a little
much.
bit extra.
Oh, easy.
Oh, Box, what happened? Something happened on the phone there.
What happened?
It was a low power notification.
Yeah, it was a low power notification.
Paranoid. What's going on?
Here we go. Aussie Observer says Deepak versus Keegan, Ryan Eagles, and Wes in a handicap
Okay,
match.
Aussie Observer, I'm starting to think you're Deepak. Just the amount of matches you're putting through. Deepak versus Keegan, Ryan Eagles, and Wes in a handicap
I don't think
match.
these two blokes would want a team with Ryan Eagles.
God, no.
I don't think anyone's looking for
I'll
Deepak.
fuck both of those guys up.
Wow.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
had a few beers now, boys. I'm not mincing my words.
Yeah.
Fuck, okay. Keegs wants the belt. I guess.
We better finish this up before Keegs gets us in trouble. But
Yeah, look,
we've got to hit 2 hours,
we
Box.
do. We've got 15 minutes to go.
Don't
guys.
you
Why
try
don't
and
we-
mess around
Final
our
question,
fans.
What's your favorite food, Wesley Williams?
What favourite food?
Yeah, what's your favorite food?
He seems like a spaghetti bowl
You
type
seem
of
like
guy.
a, you
Come
seem,
on.
you seem like
Question,
a,
though.
you seem like a snitty and mash kind of guy.
No, Mexican.
Mexican.
What's your
Mexican.
favorite movie?
Fuck, that's a hard question, bro. You know
East of Eden.
School
that.
of
American Psycho.
Who's your favorite artist to listen to on Spotify?
Taylor
Yeah.
Swift.
Hands Like Houses.
Hands like houses. I'm not familiar
It's
with that.
Australian band.
Who's your biggest inspiration in professional wrestling?
Me.
Fuck no.
Or who's your favorite wrestler
Fergus
growing
Ferguson.
up?
Growing up,
Fergus Ferguson.
Shawn Michaels.
Good man. Just quickly.
Favorite match of all time that you watched as a kid?
Shawn Michaels versus The Undertaker.
Shawn Michaels was Kurt Angle.
Oh, good man.
Wow.
That's one of Johnny Styles' favorite matches. There's a question in here. Who is your dream opponent? But I'm going to split it up into two. Who's your dream Australian
I think
opponent?
you've asked me this before.
I probably have on a previous podcast.
I think Mitch will know the answer too.
Yeah, so who's your dream Australian opponent? And then just overall, worldwide, dead or alive.
Dream opponent Australian.
Yeah.
Adam Brooks.
Yeah.
Adam
Right,
Brooks.
I remember.
Adam Brooks. Because that was the match that brought me back into wrestling. Was him versus Will Ospreay in MCW. I just saw highlights of it.
I
What
don't
do
know.
you say, Mitch?
What do you say? Wes
I-
versus
I,
Adam
I love
Brooks?
If he
Brooksy.
gets past voters and like
Mike Vagel.
I mean,
Could happen. Anything can happen.
if he
Anything can
doesn't
happen.
He doesn't even need to get past him. He can
Yeah.
just lose the belt anyway.
And then still give me the match. It won't matter.
No, I'd love to have
Um,
Brooksy back, but he's killing it in Japan right now, and
Yeah,
that's
he
good
is.
for Brooks.
He is.
Brooksy.
And then of all time, major dream opponent would probably be Randy Orton.
What about Chris Masters?
I've already done that.
Don't you want to get your win back?
Oh, it'd be nice, but it's okay. Okay.
He doesn't care.
Well,
I'm
it's
okay.
smell bad or something. No.
No, I'm alright.
Chris Masters.
No, Randy Orton, Battle of the Cutters.
Skull
Let's go.
27. Oh, this may be the greatest match we'll ever see. Deepak versus E10.
Oh, of course. A10.
The two.
Stop putting your
Aussie
matches in.
Observer says Alex Box versus Deepak.
I'll tell you
Who
what.
are you, Aussie Observer?
I'll tell you what, Alex Box is gonna be the
That
better
would be
worker.
that'd be pretty stinky.
Alex Box
and
is still
Deepak.
going to be the better worker.
Oh man,
E10.
he's only 3 months in, Wes.
Exactly.
No, Wes. Oh, no,
I'm
no,
not
Box.
3 months in, thank you.
Box is 3 months in. Sorry.
Yeah, and Box
E10
would still be the
into
better worker than
TV
Deepak.
guy last
Wow.
week.
You said it, Wes, not me.
I'll own it.
Mitch,
Yeah.
comment?
That's too much heat for me. I
Oh,
don't
I
need
know.
heat with Deepak.
Fair enough. Seems like we've all got heat with Deepak.
I've never met him. I don't even know his actual
Bro,
name.
you gotta organize.
That is,
Deepak to come
Deepak
do the
is his
podcast,
actual
bro.
name.
Bro, you gotta
Just not spelt that
organize
way.
him. Oi, straight up.
Aussie Observer, I want a name reveal from you,
Oi, the
Chief.
people
Who
want
are
it.
you?
The people want it, bro.
What,
People
Deepak
want
on the
Alex
podcast?
Box versus
People want
Deepak.
You know what? What if-
Deepak is the most over, horrible worker I've ever seen.
Do we know anyone that's friends with Deepak?
Akel is.
I'll message him.
Hold on, wait. What if I sub out for
This
a
is
show
breaking down.
and I have the Mitch, Keegan, and Deepak show?
Bro, I'll do it.
Good guess, Wes. What? What's that referring to?
Oh, because you said it was Deepak.
Oh, probably.
Is it Deepak?
Aussie Observer is Deepak.
I reckon we.
I wouldn't be surprised.
We get Deepak in the backyard. We stretch him out a little bit.
Okay, in a wrestling sense, if you heard that.
That's RSL. Have a few beers.
loosen him up a bit, bring him back into a fucking pod. It'll be cracker.
That could be good. That could be alright. That could be alright.
Deepak, comment?
I was going to say for Deepak comment.
Deepak. Well, I mean, he did say earlier he misses the Turkish delight. Did Deepak know the Turkish delight?
No, Deepak's like a kid.
Well, but like I don't know.
I thought he was an older fella.
Nah, I think I was.
I heard
same age.
Deepak was 42 years old.
I thought he was like 30 or something.
I thought he was like the same age as me. I can't remember. Too many concussions in
Guys,
AWA.
this last 10 minutes is it's
Hey,
chaotic.
we're just riffing now.
It's
Yeah.
chaotic. I'm loving it though. Fire some more questions at you. What color undies are you wearing?
I'm not going to answer that
No?
question.
Keegan answered it.
Did you actually?
Keegan, what do you mean?
Oh.
He showed
He
him.
almost pulled his dick out in episode 1.
Whoa. This is a PG podcast.
Oh,
Hold on.
he's definitely not PG.
Tim. Oh, sorry, the puppeteer. Tim's over there, some other guy. The puppeteer. Can we hear your story now?
Yeah, give us a Thailand story. Come on in, Thailand. Let's go.
Yeah, mate, it's very short story.
Hold on.
Oh, you're coming over here.
It's electric. Be careful.
All right, it's a very short
over here.
story. you
Come
see.
over here,
Come over
puppeteer.
here.
Nah, it's quite a simple story, you see. You see how
Come
sexy
closer,
this
come closer.
story is?
Whoa!
Imagine you met him in an alleyway and you're like, Jesus Christ, I wouldn't mind some of this because I've had a few KBs, you see. Next thing you know, he says, would you like massage? I'm like, honey, I want a little bit more than massage. This is how much money I've got.
Hold on. So this happened in Thailand.
Yep.
You came across
Age restriction on
a prostitute.
A couple of them. One was a former Muay Thai kickboxer because that was definitely a man. So I wasn't going anywhere near that because she would have found out that I was lying about how much money I had, would beat the shit out of me, take all my money. So I was picking the hot ones. Now I wanted a really hot one. I picked for the second hottest because my friend, the absolute bastard, got the really hot one.
That bastard. Box
Anyway,
comment.
This may be the
He got a nasty surprise as well, so I don't give an F. PG show, ladies and
Oh
gentlemen.
yeah. That's swearing on podcast. Yeah, that's PG. Yeah.
I go into this nice little room. She starts playing some Britney Spears. I was like, I'm down with this. Hit me, baby, one more time. I'm not getting massage. I'm getting a little bit something else. And I said, this is all I've got, which was a decent amount.
How much?
I don't fucking know, something but I it was generous enough because I'm not going to screw these fuckers over.
That's nice.
I'll buy a freaking kebab for more in Australia. So anyways, next thing you know, I'm just like, mate, you are so good. You were doing it like you invented it. Like some fat girl at a party, you're like, she does it like she invented it. Next thing you know, I'm like, you know what? I want a little bit more. Lucky I've got more because I lied about how much I had. Let's do more. You know what she says? No, I can't. Whoa, what do you mean you can't? I asked you a second ago if you're a guy or a girl, which is what I ask all the girls or guys around here.
The transgender.
They've all said girl, and I've been not disappointed. And now, finding out that you, from a dark alleyway, and me drunk, got me beer goggles on, you look fucking hot, are telling me you can't. Why? Because I have period. All right, that's fucking bullshit. You're obviously a guy. You lied to me. And then
Oh, Jesus.
Whoa.
A bit louder.
Apology.
Please calm
accepted.
down.
Do you know what the girl said to me after I said you lied to me? She said, you lied to me. You say you have no more money. You know what I said? Touche. Laugh at my
Clap him off. Thanks for that, puppet.
It stitches your whole story, brother.
And my friend, I told him, I was about to cry. I was like, that was a guy, man. And he told me mine was a guy as well. I was like, yes. Now, he told me he lifted
Clip
up her
that.
skirt,
Clip that.
seen a penis. And then the next day, he told all our friends I lifted up a skirt and seen boxer shorts. That's how I knew it was a guy. And I said, you told me a different story last night. You got a question
All
mark
right,
on your
that's
head.
enough from the puppeteer.
Sorry.
See you later.
Puppeteer's gonna get us
That's a great
cancelled.
story.
Wow.
Thanks.
That's a great story.
And Great Northern is deceptive
All right.
too.
All right.
It's mid-strength.
Okay. Wow.
All right.
I think the puppeteers had a bit to drink, guys.
Similar story for you. I'll tell you off air.
All right.
Or you can tell it on air.
Oh, yeah.
Big Kingsy
No,
V.
it's not about me. Of
Oh,
course not.
okay.
I'm a gentleman.
You lied to me. You
Alright, we
say
got-
you have no more money.
We got 4 minutes left. There's some comments.
Okay.
Let's read them out.
I'm going to put an age restriction on this video after that.
Oh, don't be a cat.
Just do it. I just hope David Bullock doesn't have his kids watching. You know.
I don't think he does.
He watches on his AirPods.
Yeah, he watches on his
That's right. He
AirPods.
watches with AirPods.
He knows we got potty mouths.
Uh,
Well, this podcast is 18 plus anyway.
David Bullock says this may be
Wild
the
West,
end.
mate. It's the Wild West.
We are. We're the Wild
Yeah.
West of the Australian podcasting
We're
scene.
About that.
really shooting shit.
You wouldn't hear this anywhere else, let me tell you.
Oh look, Aussie wrestling. That's Jimmy Polton.
I don't know.
He
about
says
that one.
g'day.
He's in here.
He says
He's in
g'day.
here with 5 minutes left. He
Bloody
says,
hell.
Mitch, where's the beard?
Where were you training, you cat?
I got Pepsi room temp. I live the gimmick.
No beard.
Oh, beard, it's gone.
No, no, really.
No shit.
I shaved because I'm seeing my long-term friend, the Birdman,
Idol.
my idol.
And
Aussie
Birdman
Observer-
only likes clean-shaven boys.
Oz-
That's a heavy
Taking
accusation.
it back to when you were
Kidding.
17, huh?
Taking the piss.
Aussie Observer says, I've seen him back in AWF and IWA days, CWA. I'm assuming he's referring to the Turkish Delight, who we referenced earlier.
Yes.
But I'm unsure.
No, that
Um,
works
No,
out.
no, I'm pretty sure Deepak works for IWA and CWA.
Deep. Who is? I'm looking up some Deepak matches
Do you-
before
have
we
you
go.
not
You've seen Deepak matches, dude.
I don't remember them.
That speaks to how.
I saw him
good he is.
wrestle. I saw him wrestle a little person once,
a little person?
It was Mr. Big.
like
It
a
was
little
Mr. Big.
person,
Oh, okay.
Mr. Big. Yeah.
Mr. Big, yeah.
Box comment.
Fair enough.
Is Wes part of the Fortnite crew? God no.
No, he's not.
God no.
You know what? We've plugged it every single time and said if there's anyone who wants to play Fortnite with us, hit us up. And no one's hit us up.
Nobody wants to be your
No one wants
Fortnite
to play
friend.
except
Box.
Joel Southgate. Joel Southgate asked to play Fortnite.
Where is Southgate? He's not here today.
I don't know. He's probably watching.
Probably watching a show. He's
Is
probably
Newcastle
got
playing today.
no.
He
but
might be
I-
with that new
there's a
girlfriend
show
of
at
his
Henson
that he
Park.
told us about.
Paragill.
He's
Yeah.
he's hanging out with the Parramatta girl.
Yeah, probably.
Best team ever.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Whoa, listen here, mate.
Did the Roosters win?
I'm hopeless at Fortnite. That's why.
If we didn't, I'd be upset.
That's okay, David Bullock.
36-18 for the Roosters.
You're up 30-0 at half time.
Yeah, that's kind
Look,
of
yeah, we drop off in the second half. What can I say?
That's pretty shit.
All right, so we're 1 minute until 2 hours on this.
Are we
Super
actually?
show.
It's more like
Three,
four.
we're three.
I was gonna say
Three minutes
yeah.
left. We got a
Yeah,
timer
you've
now,
been-
so check.
It was 3 minutes away.
We all sing a song. We all sing a goodbye song together.
Kumbaya.
We had together. I will still
Be friends forever.
Hey, you're supposed to be a baby face, bro.
Wes Williams off. Thanks,
later.
Wes, for your time.
I'm taking
The
my
All
mic
Star
back.
Wrestling Heavyweight Champion will be in action August 12th at the Hamilton North Bowling Club, and August 19th. Here's the belt.
Whoa. Oh.
August
All right,
19th
get it.
at the iconic,
Who's taking my belt?
the
We're out of
iconic
shot.
Padstow RSL Club. If he's successful, he'll take on Mike Valuable. Big Kigsy B in the shot. And what a show it's been, Alex
Who's up
Box.
next on the podcast? Jasmine?
Jasmine Bro.
Jasmine next week.
Top that, Jazz. How about that? That was a cracker episode.
Now, Box, what'd you think of this episode?
It was chaotic. It was, but honestly, it was my favorite one yet. I think.
If you love chaos, you're gonna love this episode.
If you love chaos, you're gonna love the Mitch and Alex show because that's what we are.
You're not gonna get this kind of podcasting anywhere else. Where else are you gonna hear a story like what the puppeteer told?
Hopefully nowhere ever again.
Box line of the day. What was line of the day?
Line of the day. Oh, I forgot it already.
Story of the day.
I have period.
I don't know. I can't. What was your line of the day?
I got story of the day.
Which is?
Of course, the puppeteer.
Okay.
You lied to me. You say
oh.
I have no more money.
Guys, we're not even off air and you're throwing glass around.
Give a plug to our sponsors. Give a plug to our sponsors.
Shout out to our sponsors, Bulldog Glass and Property Maintenance, Amy's Crystal Cleaning Services, and Raptastic Graphics. Also, make sure you guys subscribe to our YouTube channel. We've got a big announcement coming when we hit 50 subscribers.
Do we?
And yeah, we do.
I don't even know about it.
We spoke about this.
I just turn up and talk on the mic every weekend.
He does.
This is Alex Box's barbecue. I just work for him.
He does. I don't pay him though.
Yeah, I'm underpaid, underutilized, underworked.
I give you a figure. And
Have we
also-
made 2 hours yet?
No, we're getting there. We're 45 seconds away.
All
Wait,
right.
give us 30 seconds, mate.
This is chaotic.
This is chaotic. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next week with Jasmine Brettle.
Make sure it hits 2 hours, Alex Box.
Ah,
You don't stop.
we don't stop. We've got
As
30
as
seconds.
as a wrestler from Newcastle has in his theme song, we don't stop. We need to hit 2 hours. We promised the people 2 hours.
We did promise
Box.
people 2 hours.
Comment.
We're 20, 25
Well, you better
seconds
kill
away.
those 25 seconds, Chief.
Cleaning services.
Yeah, again, let's just plug our sponsors again.
No, that's boring.
No, that is boring.
Let's play paper, scissors, rocks to finish it off. Rock, paper, scissors, rock.
Oh.
Scissors, paper, rock.
Ah, you got me. All right, that's
Boom.
2 hours. See you guys next week.
Sa-